In a world in crisis, can three idiots find hope in the darkest of places? Will love conquer all, or will hate win out in the end? This is a show called Hate.
To a show called Hate, a podcast in which we explore love, hate, and everything in between in search of greater meaning.
Oh, my bum. My bum's wet.
And perhaps a little perspective.
So wet, my bum.
My name's John.
My name's Nick.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. My bum's wet.
Merry Christmas.
I got
Chris's
a wet
bum's wet. Now my bum's wet.
My bum's wet.
Out of sympathy.
Why is your bum wet?
Sympathy wetness.
Explain to the class why your ass is wet right now.
Wet ass.
Doctor.
Splatter pants.
I spilt my beer on the sofa.
You
and as punishment,
goon.
I've been made to sit in it.
You have been made to sit in it, rightly so.
And now my bum's wet.
Yeah.
And a bigger boy came and spilt my beer.
The sofa you're sitting on has a like a rug, a sheet over it.
It's called a throw.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yay. Fucking hell, John.
Thank you, Encyclopedia Britannica. And yeah, and I thought the throw would protect us.
Not so much.
It did not. It did nothing.
Straight through it.
Your beer went right through
Like
it.
crepe paper.
Ran right through
like
it.
acid, yeah.
Yeah.
How many of your pieces of furniture in your house has your boy shat on?
That's a good question.
No, well,
that's a great question, isn't it?
He did
Merry
shit
Christmas, everyone.
He did shit on the rug once. That's happened literally once.
So you shat on a rug.
That's it.
Oh.
That's literally the only accident,
disappointing.
inverted commas, we've had.
Were there any clothes involved, or did it just go right through the clothes like through a
He
fine
was being
mesh?
changed.
Oh, I see.
And then he just ran off and then stopped and pooped.
Oh, he did a little squatty poo poo.
Yeah, exactly that.
Oh, well, he's not an animal.
It wasn't a loose one. It was like a solid one, so it was easy enough to clean.
Oh, it kind of bounced.
Just grabbed it.
It bounced, onto the ceiling,
Chopstick.
straight up onto the ceiling.
Splat.
Yeah.
So
That's the only time that's happened, I believe.
So this is post the boy being mobile on
Correct.
his legs.
It's in the last
That
6
could
months.
lead to more shits in unusual places because it's mobile.
Easily.
So you're saying your boy used his newfound power to run away from you and then crap on...
It's highly
on a rug.
unusual that he would be mid-change and then need a poo and then squat as a result. Highly unusual.
He was banking him.
Have you not seen him squat before?
I've seen him squat with a nappy on.
Oh, I see, yeah.
But not when he's mid-change.
I don't remember wearing a nappy, which is good,
No, me
I think,
neither.
overall. Net positive. But I'm trying to imagine whether I would squat just, like, instinctively.
It kind of suggests it's an instinct, doesn't it? Yeah.
You squat to poo.
Yeah, and
even though you're in a something that's going to catch
squats,
it.
but then he also makes a noise like he's trying, you know? That kind of thing.
Fuck.
Bit of...
that kind of thing.
Was it like bit of Foley?
Oh,
for the
yeah,
listener?
right, nice, yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, he once pissed up me and then back past himself, like past his own face while he was lying down, and then up the blind in his room.
Wow.
That was just. I wasn't even mad. It was just
Did
impressive.
it go up your face?
No, it went up like my chest, and then then his went back on himself.
I see.
Wow.
And then it was a horizontal line past his face, and then up the blind.
Incredible.
It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Are you, not to bring down the tone of the podcast,
No.
Heaven
forbid.
Are you aware of the current internet phenomenon, which is like extreme pissing?
No.
And it's like how far
John, let's
away
assume from
can
now
you...
on that I'm not aware of any of the internet's crazes.
Oh, that's a very good point, yeah.
Yeah.
I know nothing about anything.
You were telling me about this today.
Indeed, yeah.
It's amazing.
So people are riding a bike while they piss?
Well, no,
pissing.
it's more like you have to, there has to be a toilet involved.
Okay.
And you think, oh, he's a bit
This
far.
already sounds shit.
And you think, oh man, that guy's a bit far away.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Can't make
you
that.
see the jet though.
So it's a trick shot,
you see the
basically.
jet.
Trick shot, yeah.
But you don't see the dick.
Good.
No,
Which is good.
because it's a family. It's a family platform. Yeah.
So it could be a hose.
Could be
Could
anything.
be anything. Yeah.
Could also be lies.
freezing a
Yeah.
Fanta
Could be a
ball, you
ward,
know.
could be a super soaker.
Could be colossal lies.
Yeah. Well, good for them, I guess, in a way. I mean, if you can't see any part of their body, how do you know it's even them?
Quite so.
You know,
We live in a world of lies.
Could be anybody. Could be
Yeah.
AI, couldn't it?
It probably is AI.
It really could be actually, yeah.
If there's no actual limbs in it, or whatever appendages, then it could be anything.
What's funny, I know we rag on AI a lot, deservedly.
Rightly so.
It's funny how people are using AI to make videos now for social media.
Oh, sure.
But never in a even remotely believable way. It'll always be like shocking door cam footage of an alien.
Yeah.
You know.
I get the most AI videos I get, and I don't get a lot, are sea monsters. It's like this incredible beast spotted underwater. Or I saw one the other day that was like, it looked like a sea life centre, except what was behind the glass was just preposterously terrifying.
Yeah.
Do you know, it was like the size of like a fallen tree length, you know, and then it had this skull-like face at one end with this million sharp needle-like teeth. And it's just like, "Ah!"
I guess if you're like pretending videos are filmed in the deep sea, let's say, anything's possible.
Anything's possible,
isn't it? Really, that's probably why they can do it.
I think that's what they
and
think.
It'd be borderline
selling.
convincing.
The thing is that you've got like, if you ever have like, I don't know, for lack of a better word, creature that is scary.
Sure.
It's like creatures that are scary in nature work to a very different set of design principles to creatures that are scary in Hollywood movies.
Yes, very true.
Like, so people go like, I can't believe I captured this incredible footage on my holiday and it's definitely real. It's absolutely real. And the fucking like Death Strider comes out of the ocean. It's 800 foot tall and it's got like a skull mask.
Yeah.
Why is it wearing a mask?
Why is it?
Yeah. Why would it be?
Why would it have a skull face? Because like skulls,
it wouldn't know what skulls are.
What's under flesh?
Yeah.
Why would it have a skull face? Why has it got 19
weird.
arms
They
made
overdid
of
it.
bone?
Yeah, you got to play your hand correctly with
You
that.
got it
kind of thing.
under.
Yeah.
I saw one which was like not convincing, but borderline done with a degree of tact, which was a guy like, oh, I've been cleaning up my basement. I keep finding like these weird creatures.
Oh yeah.
And he put up what looked like
I already don't like where this is going.
like a sheet, almost as like a barrier.
Right.
And then there were like these shapes like bouncing around behind the sheet, which had like a torch somewhere. So you just see these shadows, and I was like, and just for a minute you're like, oh, what are they, like rats? What are they, bugs or something?
And then
it goes, bah!
Yeah,
surprise!
Well, but then like, you know, he's pointing the camera down at them, and you see them, and they're almost like cuboid like creatures, but with kind of like legs on every edge. And then I go, oh, this isn't real.
Yeah.
But it was shot with like a modicum more style than just like the bogeyman. Yeah.
And then the Bone Lord.
Or then they just do like a jump scare thing.
No, there wasn't actually. I think that's why. And then it just
Trying to be like a documentary.
I hate those videos where they're like, oh look, here's like a budgie or something. Why don't you take a closer look? And then surprise!
Pachow!
That kind, I hate that.
Yeah, it's a skull.
Yeah. Bastards.
Fucking skull.
It's just like, I guess it goes to show why having some kind of design eye is important as well. Because if you just go like, conjure me a very spooky monster,
yes,
it's going to make you something probably quite generic.
Probably quite generic.
You have to be quite specific to make it believable, I suppose.
Yeah.
And even then, it's not. If you've got a discerning person, it's not that believable.
So
I'd like to
sea
think I'd be
monster
able
ones-
to spot what an AI thing is.
Yeah, some of the sea monster ones I've seen have been quite good. Like, again, not especially believable, but quite unnerving in a
Also,
way.
though, you'd have heard about it if they discovered a new weird fucking looking fish.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, "Hey,
Guys,
it's been in the news. But
stop
have you
the
heard about that
crisis.
weird looking fish that
There's a new fish
they
out.
found?"
What does this do for the field of Loch Ness research?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What does what do?
Okay.
AI.
Well,
You
no.
mean AI. What does AI do?
No,
for
I'm just
Loch
curious
Ness?
now because I know that of the three people in the room, one of us has a bit of a Loch Ness thing.
Oh, do you have a Loch Ness?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't really.
I've
know
been
that.
to Loch Ness.
I've been to Loch Ness.
Yeah, it's cool.
Have
Interesting.
you been to Loch Ness?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're unqualified to talk about this then.
This is why I'm asking the expert.
Yeah.
How do you, a scientician in the field of Loch Ness studies,
Loch Nessery.
Loch Nessery,
Exactly. Yeah.
unnecessary.
Thank you. John doesn't know that.
Like,
He's just talking about it like he's.
well, my question
like he's
is,
some kind of.
I'm just saying, I'm hearing
you
a lot
know,
of skepticism
observer.
coming from one side of the couch
Yeah.
regarding.
Well, AI. Let me tell you, John.
Generating
AI
fake
didn't
monsters
exist
in a
back
lake.
when Loch Ness was alive.
Indeed, yeah.
Back when Loch Ness was
Yeah.
alive.
Back when Nessie herself
Sure. Was
alive.
definitely alive.
So when you see
Back in the Mesozoic era.
I'm just saying, like when you open, you know, because I imagine you're quite a big figure in Loch Talk, which is
Oh, that's good.
which is the
Loch,
yeah, that's quite funny.
actually-
I hate to admit it. but
Someone
that was-
listening will get that.
That
Yeah.
was that was quite good.
Quite clever.
So, and obviously, like for all these years,
Yeah.
people have had to make do with just, you know, discussing theories, grainy
Fucking
photos,
boring.
all that.
Jesus.
And now
there's
you
pictures
open
and shit.
TikTok and someone's got like unequivocal video
Well,
evidence of them battling Nessie.
Yeah.
This is the footage I got of me battling Nessie last weekend.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, he's got a broadsword.
Yeah.
Nessie's got a laser
sword as well.
Not that many people, right, could have seen something back in, the 40s or earlier than that without there being something weird in there. You know what I mean?
So you're kind of
It's not like it's not like now when people just say any old shit,
Right, yeah.
and just create any old shit just for likes.
I just find
Back then, no one knew what the fuck was going on. It was like, God, there's something weird in there. Anyway, back to the farm.
I just want to
back to mad cow disease.
I just want to circle back to the idea that you're saying that basically something happened in 2006.
Yeah.
And as a species, suddenly we developed a desire for attention seeking.
Yeah.
Whereas prior to then,
no
one has ever made up anything for clout.
But they were all one independent. There was no internet back then, you see.
No.
So they were all independent of one another. It wasn't like they all got together and went, they might have done.
Oh, you're saying it wasn't a conspiracy?
I suppose they might have done that. But they were all at different time periods when they wouldn't necessarily have known about the other ones.
No, indeed.
Spottage.
No,
you know what I mean?
Spottage?
I'm just glad that you've got a core of certainty.
Yeah.
Where you know now
Yeah.
that when someone strikes in with none of this AI shit, oh no, that's crap.
No.
But me, when I battled Nessie,
when Nessie and I looked eyeball to eyeball.
yeah.
So Loch Ness Monster is your thing that you believe in.
I like the.
Everyone's got something.
That's what I was going to ask.
I like the theatre behind it.
What's your John thing that you might
irrationally believe in?
I think I have some. I'm not.
Carbs?
I'm not.
Carbs?
Carbs.
You believe in carbs, do you? God, this guy. Whoa, carbs.
Ironically enough, I haven't engaged much with carbs this past summer.
True,
so
actually,
yeah. I know I'm not a Vulcan. I've got my weird.
Yeah,
shit.
no.
I'm just trying to think what it is. I know I've got.
Because I think I know what mine is.
Ooh.
I'm not. See, I don't know whether I believe, but I also don't not believe.
Yeah.
In ghosts.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've got weird feelings about ghosts. I feel
Interesting.
like,
Go,
I feel like there's
ghosts.
a chance there could be a ghost around or two.
Are they all dressed like Confederate soldiers?
Why?
Victorian women.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Why do
Right.
ghosts
Only
only
haunt.
haunt old buildings?
Yeah.
Why can't any of the modern ghosts?
It's a good question.
Haunt
very
like a
good,
new
yeah.
build.
Basically, the answer is very simple, and it's the core of the essence of the issue.
Very simple, this is gonna be.
Is ectoplasm.
Oh.
Oh, well, I don't think any of us expected to say that.
No, I know. I wouldn't have predicted that.
So basically, when there's a lot of people around, they disturb the ectoplasm. It can't condense and form into a shape of a ghost.
Yeah.
I'm literally coming up with this right now. It's
Question.
quite good though.
Sorry, is ectoplasm? Does it accumulate next to bricks?
Next to bricks.
My question being like, why aren't there? If I was walking down a road, or
Why
say,
isn't there
why no
ghost
ghosts?
of
You're
form,
suggesting that where there's a lot of activity,
Exactly. Cars go down roads. They
They
break
do.
up the ectoplasm cloud.
this
before
report,
they can condense.
this for
John.
something you just made up is very convincing.
It's good, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I'm actually quite proud of this.
Like you could get speaking engagements on like
I bet I
the
could.
ghost
I could just
circuit.
call myself like Dr. Angel,
Yeah.
like physician of the
For-
unnatural.
that's a good name to do this. For
It's
a
good
start.
as well,
Ooh,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Do you think? Is it possible to be a believer in all of these? Like, could you be like cross genre? I'm a Yeti man.
I don't like this.
I'm a Loch Ness man.
No.
I'm a.
I don't think
Because
so.
I think that discredits
No.
you.
I don't
Oh.
think you can believe in
I
everything.
can't do all of them.
Can't do all.
If you believe in everything, you're just a sucker.
Unless I was to maintain that the Yeti
Was
was a
somehow
ghost
of a
of
Sasquatch.
a Yeti that definitely existed once.
It's the greatest crossover since Power Rangers meet Turtles.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the thing is, it's like if you go into a haunted house, you're expecting to be haunted. You're not expecting to have a Loch Ness monster kick the door in.
Or a Yeti.
Yeah, or a Yeti.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
You go into a haunted house and there's Nessie there in the lounge, like, "What up, bitch?"
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And then he battles
no.
you.
He's
got a
Because for
penknife.
some reason, that's what happens.
And you're like, save me, Banshee, and then a
Yeah.
Banshee comes.
And then a Banshee comes.
Yeah.
And all you've got is an EM readout spectrometer
Yeah.
thing. Oh, you can't fight Nessie with that. You need a broadsword for
Yeah.
that.
The thing is, you've just referred to something as a haunted house.
Yes.
That by it insists on itself, doesn't it? Then it's like this house is haunted
Yeah.
by definition, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Haunting
no,
is
I know.
a weird verb. To haunt something.
To haunt something, like my haunt.
Why would you? Yeah. Why would as a ghost you choose to
Yeah.
haunt?
The thing is, but no one goes to a house expecting to see a ghost. They go to a haunted house
Yeah, exactly.
expecting to
100%.
see a ghost.
Yeah.
And no one goes to like pool of water expecting to see
Yeah,
a monster,
exactly.
but they go to Loch Ness to see a
go- oh,
monster.
big time.
Yeah.
I didn't see the monster when I went, which was a shame, really.
Well, I didn't see it when I went.
I went to the museum and everything.
Maybe it was off season.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
probably.
They were refueling
Nessie charges per appearance.
it. If you'd gone to Loch Ness and been abducted by aliens, now that would be
That'd
interesting.
be
Now-
awesome.
yeah.
now
That'd
that's
be incredible.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then and it turned out they were the species that Nessie was, and they just left one.
Maybe there is
Years
one
before.
central. Oh, I like that. Maybe
That's
there is
cool.
one central fact nugget of science
Yeah.
that connects all of these supernatural things together. And I like this idea of aliens bringing these things. Right. So, for example, aliens. There's an alien ship crashed somewhere on Earth
Yeah.
that was carrying a prehistoric sort of flappy reptile thing.
like an Avengers of bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was like a zoo, right? It was
Oh,
a zoo that crashed.
sure, yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
carrying a Nessie,
Yeah.
right? It was carrying a Yeti,
Yeah.
and it was
All of
carrying a
those-
load of translucent Victorian women,
Yeah.
and they all escaped.
Just
and the
those,
ship
just those three in the same,
And the
in
ship-
the same incident.
Get
Yeah.
this, everyone.
Yeah.
The ship, Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
Fucking hell!
Right.
Yeah.
I just blew this wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they teamed up.
This
to
is why they
battle-
made Area 51.
Right.
Because
yeah.
this happened. The Ark came down
Yeah.
with the plasma
With the ectoplasm.
and
yeah.
the
ectoplasm.
women and the beasts.
Yeah.
The women and the beast.
The women, yeah. And they
And they all teamed up to battle Shiva or something like that.
They were like,
And that was-
sure,
and
yeah.
that was
close
in-
Area 50 down.
And that was in year
We
zero.
need something
We need
better.
a newer one, a
Yeah.
bigger one.
We need a newer one because they fucking look at this Ark that's just fallen out
What
of the
other weird
sky.
shit is there? What other supernatural shit is there?
Name
Name another supernatural thing.
doppelgangers.
Oh shit!
If you see a doppelganger, that's meant to be an omen of death.
Is it?
Don't they want to kill you?
Ooh.
Doesn't one doppelganger want to kill and eat you or something?
Yeah, but I think it varies. But yeah,
There's that thing, skinwalkers.
skinwalkers.
That's a modern day.
Yeah, Gen Z are very into
Gen Z are well into
skinwalkers.
skinwalkers. Yeah.
What the hell's that?
That is a monster or beast
Yeah.
or like a creature of the moor kind of
Yeah.
thing. But it can make itself look like a person.
Well, you'll never prove that.
But then it still wanders around kind of like an animal.
Oh,
So it's like on all fours.
where have they been seen?
Like in forests in,
No,
in
they
America.
haven't. They
and
haven't.
In dreams.
They haven't. Yeah, that's right.
shit. I've
Yeah.
seen video footage of a skinwalker.
No, you haven't.
I mean, I probably haven't.
No.
No, you're probably right. But I have.
No.
It was actually quite unnerving. It was like a naked man in a forest, scuttling around on all fours.
But he could just
viewed
have
from a
come-
helicopter.
He could just have come from like a party.
Hang on. When? Hang on.
Let's break this down. I saw it on Pornhub.
Hang on. You're tipping him. Get me on Ko-Fi, my dude.
Yeah.
No, like I think it was during an MCM show we were at.
Sure.
And
Was
we were back.
it haunted?
It was very haunted. Yeah, it was very
Haunted MCM.
spooky. Yeah.
Yeah, was this when I saw it?
Yeah, we watched a show which was about like it was literally called like weird shit caught on camera.
Yeah, and it was that man scuttling around.
Yeah.
No. You're thinking of that other footage we watched, which was amazing, by the way. Which was that webcam animal footage, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of a naked man running around in the wild. I'm genuinely not referring to that footage.
Right,
I've
yeah.
seen
So
other
this was just a
footage
pissed guy.
It
of
was
a naked man.
Well, it was some researchers that set up cameras to like track
Yeah.
bears or
was
something,
just a dude.
and then they had some footage of just a naked man scuttling by on all fours, and they're like, "What does this mean?" And it's
Yeah.
like a real
He was just taking the piss.
mystery or you know or
I think that was just his kink. He just
Yeah.
went to
Yeah.
the forest, got naked,
Yeah.
ran around on all fours.
it was a
Yeah.
great format for a
But
show.
what's the
though.
difference between that and a skinwalker?
So the way the
one's real.
skinwalkers move, one's real.
Naked men are real.
Yeah.
That's not where I was going with this.
Oh, okay. Right.
You know what I mean? By definition, he is that. Whereas
They move really weirdly.
Right.
They move like imagine a coyote wearing man skin.
I'm sorry, but according to who?
Well, you know,
The experts in
I-
skinwalkers. Who's saying
I don't know, the
this?
SCP Foundation. I don't know.
every time you see something mysterious referred to, the footage is always shit.
It's very grainy.
Always shit.
But maybe that's another thing
How
that
have they never
unifies
been
all of
caught?
these creatures.
Yeah.
Like they have an EM field around
Oh
them
my
that
God.
disturbs like video recording.
And you're into vintage video game things, like a Game Boy camera,
Like
which
a
is where a
Game Boy
lot of this
camera
fake footage
seems
was
to be
captured.
filmed.
Yeah.
With all the cameras that are around now, how these things have never been caught properly,
Yeah.
definitively, without the use of AI,
you remember in Thunderbird?
is suspicious.
the
Remember
Thunderbird, the
yeah.
Thunderbird vehicles themselves had an anti-camera device on board.
Called a gun.
We're gonna do now, child. Kapow.
I'll launch my anti-camera device. Bang! blow their fucking hand off.
Virgil, what have you done?
I'll do it again.
I had to protect this family.
I'll do anything to protect our technology. Yeah, they've got like a device built into them.
Ah,
that
yeah,
means when
yeah.
you take a photo of Thunderbird
Yeah.
2, it doesn't come out.
So you're saying that every
That is good technology.
I wish that existed.
Yeah.
each
Every beast.
all cryptids
Cryptids, there we go.
Have a
Thunderbolt-esque technology.
like an emblem from the spaceship.
No, they've got a gland.
A gland.
They've got a gland.
A gland.
The
Yeah, it's pilot.
Anti-camera gland?
Yeah, and the anti-camera gland.
It's called a gun.
Yeah.
They just piss on the film.
I don't believe it, but like it's a fun fancy to think about. I like all the spooky stuff about forests in America. Like the deep west country of America,
Unexplored,
like big spooky Twin Peaks country.
Oh yeah,
like there's a guy who's made a whole career. There's always like, do you think every field of spookiness has like one guy? There's always a guy, who's made a career out of being the expert in that.
And every time they do a show, he's the guy talking.
Oh
head.
Because UFOs, is it Bob Lazar?
Something like
that. He's a guy who claimed that like he used to work for the army. Definitive proof of aliens. Was abducted multiple times. Now
I assume he does all these appearances for free.
Well, no. I mean, it's a business. He's got expenses.
Why do they keep abducting him?
His ass is like. Like just the sweetest, like you would not believe.
How did they know his ass was perfect?
I sometimes we get lucky in life,
right? Because have they scanned my ass?
Ass measuring technology.
I know my ass isn't great.
Oh yeah,
no,
that's the one.
Do you want to know though? You know, I mean, being probed is one thing, being judged is another.
Exactly, quite different.
Like it's good probe, but man,
I don't know what you can find out from the ass that you couldn't just like find out by asking.
Oh,
good ask,
you can't spell ask without ass.
Correct.
Yeah. Do you eat? You getting plenty of fibre? Yeah, I try. You know, I know. Yeah.
What can you find out by looking at someone's ass that you can't just? Hey, how are you?
Maybe it's like they're trying to work out your age.
Tell us about yourself.
Rings on a tree.
Yeah,
maybe.
We just get in there.
Or maybe just ask, "What's your date of birth?"
Maybe that is how aliens talk to each other. Is they shove stuff up each other's asses. So they're trying to just talk to us.
Yeah.
But we don't understand that. You know, that's not how.
Would you like some spaghetti?
Because they see a little hole down there, and they're like, "Oh, that must be a little.
That must be a mouth."
Oh yeah, that's the
maybe that.
You know, the vibro chamber.
Maybe in other worlds, the ass is the head.
Wow.
The ass is the head of the soul. They often say.
They do.
Do they?
Yeah, they do say. Merry Christmas, everyone. It's a very, very special episode.
It's our Christmas special episode. Yeah.
Do you think is there a guy? Is there a Bob Lazar for the Loch Ness?
There is. I can't remember his name, but he's a very bearded fellow.
They've always got a beard.
Yeah, I can't remember what's his name.
A low resolution beard.
He's a doctor of something.
It's the beards of lies. Is the beard somehow integral to being?
I think so.
Like an expert in.
Because then you can like cover it when you're laughing.
That's good.
There is
is that him? He's got a big beard anyway.
What did you Google? Like Loch Ness man.
Loch Ness beard man.
Yeah.
He did. I just
I'm sure that's him there. Yeah.
Oh, he looks like a fisherman who's seen some shit.
Does he have a hook for a hand and a foot?
No, but he might as well.
Both hooks on both hands and both feet
and his head.
He might as well have. He's the one who turns up in all the documentaries. He absolutely loves it, this guy.
The man with a hook for his head.
Adrian Shine.
He's battled Nessie 14 times and lost every time.
He's lost every time. He somehow made it out alive. Adrian Shine is his name.
Adrian Shite.
I love the idea that he's a man who believes wholeheartedly in the Loch Ness Monster's existence and has devoted his entire life to destroying it. You know, he's like, I know it does exist, but when I have my way, it won't.
We're all about conservation until we find it, and you better believe we're going to blow his fucking head off.
Imagine, right? Like, because let's be honest here, probably doesn't exist. I know you.
Well, I think it's dead,
but
which is very, very sad.
Imagine tomorrow news headline. Here he is, and it's like a fucking photo.
What a day that would be!
And it's like they
caught him, and he's waving.
Yeah. Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, he can talk.
Hello, it's me. My name's actually Nathan. I don't know where this monster talk has come from.
Loch Nathan to you.
I wasn't going to get involved, but I've seen some of your decisions lately, and I think it's time I step in. I'm kind of like Jesus to you people.
Yeah. I've been around for 400 years.
Yeah, I've just been observing until now.
From the bottom of a trench.
I have in my fins a paper which, if implemented, will fix the globo-economic system.
Whoops! Oh
no. Sorry, Argentina.
Good.
There's a dude, because I guess my thing is spooky forests.
Spooky forests, I guess.
There could be a what do you call it? Skinwalker?
Yeah,
skinwalker.
Definitely skinwalker.
Maybe a Wendigo.
Oh yeah, I quite like a Wendigo.
Yeah,
you know a Wendigo?
No.
It's like a spindly beast, kind of humanoid, but its head looks like a cow skull.
Oh,
Is that right? Or deer skull?
I don't know. Where are you getting all these design notes
one of the
from?
skulls.
Well, again, like, who the fuck knows, basically. But if you Google Wendigo, that's what you'll see.
Oh, I see. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's reliable, right?
Yeah, a lot of sexy fan art for Wendigo.
So much.
So yeah, you
Balls
believe
are
it.
really big as well.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a dude who he's the Bob Lazar of forests, and he's become there it is, episode title. He's written diatribes, hundreds of books exposing all because apparently he worked for the National Park Service in like America, and they look after all the national parks.
Sure.
And he quit because he was outraged with the things he learned, the
yeah.
secrets,
Things
you
you've
know,
seen.
mass
And
conspiracy.
the moment the check cleared, he was telling his story to the local newspaper.
Well, indeed, that's it exactly. You know, but he's got bills to pay.
Oh,
We've all
yeah.
got
Like
bills
we
to
all.
pay. But he's like, you know, I can't remember his name, but he's like, you know, every year thousands of people disappear in our national forests, and it's all Wendigo, it's all skinwalkers.
Oh, he's a big believer in all this.
Wendigo,
cryptid shit.
skinwalkers, yetis, Bigfoot,
Sasquatch,
big
Bigfoot.
feet,
It's not just that they get
Sasquatches.
lost in a vast expanse of forest, though.
No, and it's very easy to die in the woods.
Yeah.
But no, and he's like, and I'm blowing it wide open. It's a conspiracy to cover up the amount of people that get killed
But
by
he's never. I bet he's
forests.
never found one.
I'm going to find Wendigo and I'm going to kill it.
If these people knew definitively that these things existed, they would be able to point us in the right direction, right?
I mean, I'd like to believe that there is still mystery in this world. I would like to believe that our forests, particularly American forests, are big enough to still have secrets. I'd like that.
Yeah.
But to be honest,
secrets maybe, but I don't think you could cover that
I
amount
don't think you could
of
cover a species.
heavy shit up for that long.
The thing is that there can't be one Wendigo. There would,
No.
because it would be dead.
Yeah.
And because that's a good point. Yeah,
There would have to be an entire
tribe-
ecosystem
a
of
tribe.
Wendigo.
Wendigo.
Yeah.
I think you become a Wendigo. I think a Wendigo is exclusively mystical because
Oh,
you
is it?
become a Wendigo if you resort to cannibalism.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
the origin? Oh, okay. Well, that's different then.
That's
Doesn't
different.
need an ecosystem then.
But let's throw in a Bigfoot.
Chuck in a Bigfoot.
You've got to be.
That's an animal.
Yeah.
That's a you know, I feel like there may be a species of spider we haven't seen yet, because
There's loads of bugs.
Yes.
We're discovering bugs
that
every
could
day.
that could hide easily.
100%. Yeah.
But
Big
a
spider,
Bigfoot
right?
is quite hard to hide, right?
One would imagine. Yeah. We haven't
You'd
found
think.
it yet. Yeah.
I mean,
Have
there
we
are
found any skeletons of Bigfoots?
no.
big feet.
That's
Big
weird.
feet.
See,
Is
that's
that
weird,
is it
isn't
plural? Is it big foots or big feet?
Oh no.
Big
Probably Bigfoots.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. That's what it
Bigfoot.
is.
Yeah,
Bigfoot.
that's the one. Yeah. But I would be freaked out in a big old forest. You know, that's scary.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Oh, I wouldn't like to hang out in one.
No.
There are animals on this planet that like hide away, hibernate, like hide in caves, disappear for months at a time, and we know they exist. So how could an animal possibly, conceivably hide and us not find it? Really, truly madly.
But if we went
Yeah.
looking in those caves, right,
right,
we would find it like a bear.
And then it'd
Like,
be
fucking hell, look at that.
fuck,
A bear.
There's a bear there.
Bears are scary enough.
Bears are fucking
Yeah.
terrifying.
Oh,
But
mountain lions in America. They're
Big-
worse.
big
Mountain
old
lions.
lions.
But that theory also applies to like mythical beings that we've never actually seen, right?
Indeed.
If we were looking in these areas, ish, we would see these things.
This is
right?
what I mean. This is what I'm getting at.
Where would they be? Where else would they be? Where could they be?
Unless they can phase out of our dimension.
Yeah, exactly.
And into
Yeah.
the ectoplasm.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of losing track of what your point is here. Are you saying
My
that they...
point is
I
that
think
if
he's
these
agreeing
things
with me in a
exist,
weirdly antagonistic way.
oh, I
we
see,
should we
yeah.
should have been able to find them.
Oh, I see.
right?
I see. Yeah.
That's what I think.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly, I
Yeah,
agree.
You're agreeing with me, but in a strange.
I agree, even though it sounds like I disagree.
Well, here's the weird thing: is you mentioned like ghosts and stuff.
Love a ghost.
Isn't it weird that in all the different like industries of spooky, like if I started tomorrow and I was like, I really want to get into like hunting the Loch Ness monster, where would I begin? I guess I'd probably go up there.
I'd say Loch Ness.
shit.
Yeah.
He's blown it wide open.
No one thought about that.
Yeah, I would probably start there.
Hello,
Hello, I've been here.
I've been here all this time.
Sat in the middle.
I've been waiting for someone.
Have
What
a
do you
pot
mean?
of gold. Well,
Where'd you
my
start?
point is, like, if you wanted to like go on a Loch Ness hunting,
Loch Ness monster's so polite.
hello. I've got some gold for you.
Why have you got gold?
I'm just descended from leprechauns.
Oh, it's all connected.
It's
just
a
like
rich,
Nick's theory.
it's a rich part of the law.
Yes.
Sit down.
Sit down, buckle up. Here's a Victorian ghastly woman.
Bang! And then someone blows its head off.
Rocket launcher.
Yeah. Get it.
Don't cry. I'm actually quite delicious.
Delicious meat.
This is my gift to you.
Ooh, How are you still talking? It's just my esophagus blowing in the wind.
My point is, like, okay, if we were like, guys, we've got a Discovery just called.
Ding-a-ling, Discovery Channel.
We've got a one-off like special.
Oh yeah.
The Hate Boys go and hunt the Loch Ness monster,
Yeah.
hunt and kill the Loch Ness monster, guaranteed
And-
not alive.
We must kill it.
That's a weird title.
Yeah.
Why is it all?
What does it say? Kill.
Yeah.
Stand by
And if
it.
we were going to do that, we'd have to literally just travel to Loch Ness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably rent a boat and a
place to start,
seasoned
Loch Ness.
fisherman who is too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've seen it 1,000
We'll go out on
times.
the boat.
Yeah.
Nothing will happen.
No.
We'll come back to a pub and we'll just say it was inconclusive.
Yeah.
But if we were going to go ghost hunting,
I would.
there is a whole industry
I wouldn't do that.
of ghost hunting equipment you can just buy.
You can get an app.
Can you?
There's a phone app.
Oh, you're looking for your beer. It's right there. Yeah. Oh, it's a mystery. How do you do it? Yeah.
It was there and now it isn't.
Yeah. So there are all these, and I think this is what bugs me more than like, oh, maybe it's a ghost, maybe it isn't. It's the fact that there is a whole industry of people selling quasi-scientific devices
Quasi's a bit
to
generous.
find ghosts. But I'm like, well, who built the machine? What was it tested to?
Yeah.
How do we know it works? It's like this. You can buy a spirit box.
Yeah.
You could buy
Like an EM reading.
But they don't
yeah,
work,
yeah.
do they? They don't work because they've never conclusively proved anything.
Yeah.
So
And this is the wild thing. Is I imagine creating a piece of equipment blind. It's like, I think I'll make a ghost detector. Oh, really? What's that based
Yeah.
on? Oh, I don't know.
it could be actually.
I just reckon it'll probably detect him.
Yeah.
Like there's one and you can turn it on, and it basically cycles randomly through radio frequencies
Yes.
constantly. So you just turn it on and it will cycle through the whole FM spectrum, maybe into AM, and you'll just get like a split second of a radio station. It's like "Blup, and you turn this on, and the point is that if you're near a ghost, you'll say like, "Who killed you?" Because you have to speak like that to ghosts.
Yeah.
Because
Who
they're
killed
very
Ghosts-
hard of
yeah,
hearing.
Ghosts
you.
don't hear very well, do they?
And you go, "Who killed you?"
Yeah.
And you're meant to hear like,
Alan.
Alan. And they go, was Alan the name?
DJ Allen live tonight. Oh my god.
Holy shit!
It was DJ Allen.
Yeah.
I think this is what I find so egregious, because it's like, who built this machine? Who
Well,
calibrated
no,
it?
you're wrong. You see, and here's
Right.
why. Because what's happening is
DJ Allen.
DJ Allen is
Yeah.
a murderer, and he's killed a lot of Victorian women. No, the ghosts are using what they have to communicate. You see, you idiot.
Okay.
You thundering idiot. And what they're doing is they go looking for, across all of the FM spectrum, they go looking for the words they need to try and communicate who killed them.
Why do ghosts? Why are they so interested in radio?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah.
Because they are all ex-DJs.
Only ex-DJs.
Only
really?
ex-DJs. Because they ascend to the electromagnetic
Oh
spectrum
yeah,
when they
yeah,
die,
yeah,
you know?
of course, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
obviously makes sense.
My
Yeah,
gu-
it's a good point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because my point is that if you were going to go ghost hunting, fine, open mind, you could go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because ghosts literally could be anywhere.
Obviously where ectoplasm will condense, but yes, of course.
Oh, of course. No, I'm sorry. You're right. Okay. Could be in a
Professor.
wood. Could be
Yeah.
up a tree, in a building.
Or a haunted house, for example.
Haunted house, in a desert. Could be ghosts in the desert.
People have died in deserts, right?
Yeah.
Again.
What if, right? Like ghosts are here now, but because we're like primitive, we can't
Speak for yourself.
comprehend.
Yeah, yeah.
There could be a ghost sitting on me now.
Well, here's the
could be.
point. If
going
ghosts,
screaming in my face,
It-
going and I can't comprehend that.
if ghosts exist
No,
in this
weird.
capacity,
yeah.
I'm open-minded. Then they would be everywhere.
Everywhere.
They would be blanketing
Yeah.
everything.
Anywhere
Yeah.
someone has died. Let's say they have to be where they died for some
Yeah.
weird reason.
Yeah.
They
I
would
s-
be everywhere.
Which is why I find it weird that you can only apparently film ghost hunting shows in places that look like Hollywood movie sets.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting. It's like ghosts like drama.
Yeah, I
They
think
could-
those are fake ghosts.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, real ghosts.
They're
Yeah.
like showman ghosts.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some aspect of like, sometimes a ghost can push through, or sometimes
Hmm.
someone has the sense, the gift,
Yeah.
and they can see.
They
past
don't.
the
They don't
veil.
though, do they? They don't.
Probably not. No.
Because
Overall, probably not.
in the UK, we have or had Derek Acora.
But he's like, surely he would be the prime person to come back as a ghost.
That would be incredible. Yeah.
Imagine
Surely
if
he would
Derek
though,
Acora died.
because he would. No, he is dead.
Oh,
Is he dead?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh.
he died years ago.
Why hasn't he come back?
Exactly.
Fucking
Why hasn't
hell,
he come
Derek.
We
back?
need him.
Yeah.
Now
He could be our connection to the immaterial
Surely,
realm.
of all the people who have died, he would be the one who would come back as a ghost.
Yeah.
Maybe he went to the ghost quartermaster or whoever the fuck's in charge. And he was just like, I need to get back
DJ
there.
Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, DJ Allen.
He's also dead.
Yeah.
I've got to get back there. They are
Yeah.
waiting for me. Like, you don't understand. I was a big deal.
DJ Allen, I've got to get back.
DJ Allen, I've got to get back. I'm getting an F. I'm getting an F.
Alan, put down those decks. It's of paramount importance that I get back to the real world.
They're waiting for me.
Even for a fleeting moment, Yvonne's waiting.
It's not about ratings anymore. I'm
yeah.
Derek Acora.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that
And
be
then
incredible
maybe
if he did
just
come
didn't
back?
get his, like, you know,
He's waiting. He just
his
can't.
condensing
yeah.
license.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, people who pretend to speak to ghosts are frauds.
Yes, because there was I think it was Bodmin Prison. They did an episode of Derek Acora's, like, I don't know, ghost bothering or whatever it was called.
Yeah, it's probably that.
And apparently one of the producers on the show just hated Derek Acora, thought he was a prick, and just said, "Oh yeah, Derek, you know, the thing about this prison is that it housed a mass murderer called the Bobby Shangles. Maybe you can channel him. Anyway, action." And Derek's like,
He's here tonight.
"Oh, I'm getting something. Oh, I think I feel the spirit of Bobby Shangle." And Derek's like, "Oh, I can feel him. He's in the room with me." And it was just a lie a producer made up.
Yeah.
And a lie that Derek Acora said on live TV.
Imagine if that guy who hated Derek Acora had just gone, yeah, there was a murderer here, Derek, called Bobby Shangles. And right, action. And then Derek Acora's like, I'm getting something. I'm getting DJ Allen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
It'd be like every
And the
ghost,
producer would be like, "Oh no, I've made a terrible mistake."
every ghost show on the planet. There's always outtakes where they think they're talking to someone called DJ Allen,
And they're like, we can't keep this.
It becomes
It's
ridiculous nonsense.
But
yeah.
one person is going to finally put it together across
Yeah.
all of the outtakes. And every show that talks about ghost hunting, I don't know why I'm whispering now,
Yeah.
mentions DJ Allen. It could blow the case wide open.
And that is the connecting tissue.
Of course, there was that episode where Derek Acora levitated off the ground and started spinning and vomiting blood.
There was that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I love that episode.
Yeah.
That's my
I mean,
favourite
like, that was quite out of character. It was weird. It was weird.
quite out of character.
Yeah. It seemed
For something weird to actually happen
yeah.
in one of those episodes.
I guess my big question is, why is it that everyone who hunts ghosts professionally for a living is an asshole?
Yeah.
Like,
isn't that weird?
it's weird, isn't
so
it? That was a weird
strange,
correlation,
Yeah.
yeah. Because in principle, like, anyone could find a ghost, and they could be nice. They could be a normal person.
Yeah.
You don't have to be Zach Baggins
Or Bobby Shangles.
or Bobby Shangles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, well. Hey, remember when we show had a format?
Welcome to our Christmas special.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas, everyone.
Who's got a hate?
Yeah.
Well, I've got hate.
Oh, go
Oh,
on.
here we
you
go.
Because I just
power
put them in.
play.
I hate my fucking teeth.
Well, I was going to ask you about this.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't necessarily hate my teeth, but I have just got. Oh, I've got to push them back on a bit. They're not in properly.
I'll put your dentures in.
This is good audio, isn't it?
Yeah.
Veneers.
I've just got Invisalign,
Oh.
which are like braces for rich people.
Because I'm doing all right.
Because I'm fucking loaded, and money is no object. No, that is objectively untrue. I am very much in debt now.
Yeah.
They are quite expensive though, but they're braces, fancy braces, because they're invisible.
Oh.
Because they look like sort of plastic teeth cups.
Plastic teacups.
Could you say that in a less weird way?
They look like someone's. Well, this is exactly what's happened. They've cast my teeth,
Oh, yeah.
and then they've made a sort of clear plastic
That will pull them
version
apart.
of them that you can then clip over the top of my teeth.
Did they make you bite like a big slab of clay?
Incredibly, no. I thought that's what they were going to do. You know when you get a mouth guard fitted when you were a kid? I don't know if you
Yeah.
ever had that.
No.
Yeah, I did.
no. I did it for like I had braces back in the day.
Oh, so you had it for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a mouth guard fitted when I was a kid because I played rugby at my school. And yeah, you bit down on this weird sort of sweet clay.
Lovely. Sweet clay.
No, which is what I call my poo. And yeah, then they took a cast of your teeth and then made a mouth guard. But no, they used LiDAR, which is that
LiDAR.
crazy kind of light radar thing.
Oh, is that what
So
it
it
is?
was like a wand that went in my mouth and
Oh, I know.
created a 3D
Yeah.
model in about 3 minutes.
Is that what the optometrist told you when they came in wearing like their Harry Potter?
Oh no, I went to an optometrist. Oh my god. No wonder they hurt so much.
Now, Mr. Angel, we're just going to take a scan of your eyes. You mean teeth, right? Now, Mr. Angel.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No wonder this is my hate tonight.
Yeah.
So they scanned, and then I had this awful 3D render of my teeth on a screen, which was, I didn't like to look at that.
Big book of British smiles.
Yeah, it was like that. It was exactly like that.
I think they probably, like, they'll scan,
Yeah.
and then while you're not looking, they'll just, like,
Swap it out.
uglify it.
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Let's
They've
make
got
him
to sell
far
me on
worse.
it.
Yeah, just
Let's rinse him for all he's worth.
That, to be fair, this was before I'd committed to the money side
Yeah.
of things. So maybe they did. Anyway, yeah, and then a few weeks go by, and then I get my first set, as it were, which clip over my teeth, but they are gradually going to align my teeth, and they're going to look a lot nicer.
Over an astonishingly short period of time, actually.
8 months. Yes. And every week I change them. So I'll just bin the ones I'm currently wearing.
Well, they send you new ones.
Yeah, I only get a few at a time.
I
Oh,
see.
don't bin them, keep them.
Oh, why?
Like you could frame them.
Put on a shelf.
Have like a little journey.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. Actually.
Yeah,
Each
tooth
one is
journey.
like a keyframe in an animation.
yeah.
Where they shift my teeth gradually, slightly.
You could animate it in a weird way.
Well, this is the
I
thing
don't
they
know how
did.
exactly.
This is what's really weird.
Oh, I
is that
see.
when they first did all the scanning and everything, they then showed me the 8 month
Yeah.
sort of extrapolation of time.
Yeah, yeah.
What is
And
it,
then the
like
last
a-
picture, there's like babes next to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're on like a plane.
Yeah. I've got a plane! Yeah. Surrounded by like coins.
Yeah, I've got my own.
Yeah.
Whoa,
private jet.
whoa, is that my dick? It's massive.
Huge. Yeah, that's a side effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, they do it and give him the big dick. You're like, is that my dick? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it so small?
Oh my god. One of the things they did do, which was really unnerving, is they take a photo front
Oh,
on
yeah.
of your face,
And-
and you're told to do a big wide smile.
Do a
Yeah.
big
And
wide
then
smile.
they comp in what your new teeth might look like
Yeah.
into that photo, which is quite weird.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
I can't imagine it will be exactly right because
No.
it looked unnerving, like that movie Smile, which
Oh,
is
sure.
quite a creepy movie as
Yeah.
far as I know.
So do you hate, sorry, just to clarify, do you hate your teeth full stop, or do you hate the process of...
I hate the fact that my teeth have forced me down this road,
Mm.
basically. And I think mostly what I hate is that I didn't have braces when I was a kid because I was offered them, and I was told at the time that it was a purely aesthetic thing and that I didn't need to worry. And so I said, "Well, they sound like a fucking ball ache,
Forget
so
it.
no thanks." And now in later life, my dentist has been like, "You really should have fucking done that,
Really should have got braces.
and you could do it now, and I would seriously advise you to do it." Basically,
Wow.
That's
I mean,
rude, isn't it? Fucking dentist.
I know. And I've been going to that dentist for like 2 years. He's only just said it.
I'm gonna say, fuck you.
Yeah.
No, maybe even 3 years actually.
Maybe they had like, maybe they had like a lean month.
Yeah.
Got this
Right,
sucker
who's-
here.
Let's find some of the people who we can advise to get different teeth.
This guy's got a goofy mouth. Let's go
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, because I think because I went through a period of I didn't see a dentist for a couple of years because it's like I don't know, the dentist was in the old city where I lived and I hadn't
The old city.
the old
Where the ghosts
city
live.
Yarnham and I hadn't like transferred stuff across yet. And then when I went to see him, they give you a bit of a guilt trip and a
I got
horror
told-
Oh, they
story.
always
yeah.
guilt trip you.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
I got told off.
It's part of why I don't like going to the dentist because it's always like, you know.
It's never good.
I don't.
yeah.
I don't believe that they're not trying to fleece me.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I mean, I've been fleeced.
every time I go, they try and charge me more than I
Yeah.
booked. And I'm like, well,
Oh, really?
Oh,
that's
every
definite fleecing.
every time, every single time.
Yeah, because I have like one, for example, I have one tooth at the front which is very slightly crooked, very slightly crooked, and of course they'll say, you know, if you ever want to do anything about that, you know,
What can you do for one tooth?
Well, I'd
Rip it
imagine-
out.
I don't know.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
You've had the briefing. You've done the.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got a lot of teeth out of place and out of shape and out of
Yeah.
alignment and everything. But
I go to the hygienist. They do that for me. Just basically like make your teeth like high definition.
yeah, they do. I get that.
I get that one.
It's really funny, isn't it? Because like dentistry, like it's very hard to get national health care
Thinking about my teeth
dentistry.
I know.
So
I'm
you, have,
aware of my
I can
teeth.
feel my teeth.
so you have to pay for it.
Yes.
And it's kind of funny that like I'm paying for a private service and someone will come and like clean your teeth, but they'll also guilt you.
I know.
And you can be
yeah.
like, hey,
Any other service where I pay for a product,
yeah,
like they operate on the principle of the customer is always right, right?
Yeah.
You are royalty in their eyes, and whether or not that is the way I should be treated, that is
Yeah.
how I'm used to being treated when I'm paying.
yeah.
But dentistry is the only place where they treat me like fucking human garbage.
I think you.
Oh, another disgusting boy's come in.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Serpent Queen.
Open wide. Oh, disgusting.
Open wide. That'll be 20.
Oh, hurt me.
Oh, step on my balls.
The only place you're upsold more than a dentist surgery is fucking Iron Apple or something.
Yeah.
For booze.
So anyway, I fell for it and went balls deep on the grift, I think. And one of the things they have to do, because these fucking
Balls deep on the grip. Oh, no.
these fucking teeth cups, as I like to call them, they have to clip on.
Yeah.
So they can't just be a cast of my teeth because they just fall off again.
Indeed,
they
yeah.
slide perfectly off.
Yeah.
So they have a little like notch on some of the teeth, and then they glue a little dot onto my teeth, so that there's a catch, so that the teeth cups.
It's
go past the
like
catch
a
and hook
ball
on.
and socket kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like a Lego brick.
Yes, exactly
Yeah.
like that actually. Yeah, yeah. And these little glue spikes, I don't know what they're made of, but they
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 rip in
stick,
your gums.
Yeah, they stick
Yeah.
out. They're ripping my lips, the
Yeah.
insides of my lips.
That does sound
I'm not supposed to really ever take these off, except for when I'm eating and drinking anything that isn't water. So most of the time, it's not a problem. But when I do take them off, it feels like my teeth are full of food. Like I've just got loads of stuff stuck in my teeth, which I haven't. I've just got loads of glue dots stuck onto my teeth. Yeah,
Yeah, that would annoy the hell out of
that
me.
is really, really annoying.
Yeah.
To I guess to the incredible credit to their marketing team, it is invisible.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to tell.
I mean, this is the wild thing,
Yeah.
right? Because I
I'm
thought...
looking at you now, thinking about it, and I can't tell.
Wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought, because it's marketed as invisible, it's called Invisalign.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, I'm sure it will be quite good, but it will probably overall be pretty visible, really.
Yeah, well, you're gonna see.
And then
it,
I
yeah.
got it, and there have been people who I deliberately haven't told that I've had it, just to test.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they've not said a word, because they genuinely haven't. I'm
Interesting.
pretty sure they haven't
Yeah.
noticed. Unless they're just being very polite, which they
Yeah.
might be. Which
I
is
wouldn't.
nice.
I wouldn't know.
But yeah, it's radical actually how invisible it is.
So you're changing up your grid, like your
My grib.
your grib,
Yeah.
every week or two.
Every week.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, I've got basically in my bathroom cupboard right now, I've got 5 pouches that have the next 5 keyframes of my animation, my transformation.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Keyframes.
And they have a date on them for when I start using those instead.
This feels like it shouldn't work.
I know.
It's
It's
insane.
wild, isn't
This
it?
is like
It sounds expensive.
cutting
is what
edge
it sounds.
technology.
It was a little
Woof!
expensive. Yeah.
Although they
But
have, they have a deal. If you can eat your retainer
Yeah.
at the end of each session, you get your money back.
You get money off. Yeah.
Interestingly.
Good.
Yeah.
But you only have a short window of time,
If you
and
can-
they watch you.
If you can poop out your retainer to save the environment,
Poop your teeth out.
poop that retainer.
So I'm very willing to go through the obvious uncomfortableness, and I do think it's probably better than braces still, despite all of my moaning.
yeah.
From what I hear about, you had braces. I've
I
talked
had
to other
braces.
people who have had braces.
Did you? No.
Miserable experience all round.
Did you have NHS? I don't know who I'm asking. Who am I asking? You?
Yeah.
Did you have NHS braces, or did you have to pay? Did
Yeah.
your parents have to pay?
think I did because they weren't fancy. They just looked like standard
Train
ass
tracks.
train tracks.
My
yeah.
sister had braces.
Yeah.
And how often did
But
you
I
go
didn't.
in to get them tightened?
That's a really good question. I can't remember. I remember multiple trips and it always hurting afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
I always remember there was a bit where the mouth scientist who was doing it, because they'd
Hello, I'm a mouthician.
obviously, I imagine a bit like you, but more brutalist. They'd put like a metal block glued to each of
glued
your
on.
teeth, and you had the metal bar going across
Put
the
between
top.
them.
But at the back, where the far molars, they had like a metal ring, which was shaped around your teeth. So they had to fit like a ring around your back teeth.
Yeah.
That sounds hell.
And
like that.
I remember being like, you're on the chair, you're leaning back, you got your mouth in the air, and this guy who was I guess fine as dentists go. He looks a bit like a weasel. He was trying to like get this ring around one of my teeth, and he kind of like slipped and dropped it. It fell down my throat.
Oh my god.
And I was like, and I just like stood up and spat it out, and this ring just went flying across the room and hit the wall. And he didn't say anything. He just went, we're going to need another one of those.
You draw attention to it as a lawsuit.
I love the idea that he was so non-reactive to that because it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh, nurse, we've lost another one.
Another boy lost. Another disgusting boy.
Bring the next urchin in.
Oh my
good.
god, that's amazing. That's a great story.
I remember going on a family holiday the day of having my braces adjusted or tightened or like first put on. I can't remember. And I was in agony.
Yeah.
Like, it was so painful. And then arriving at the family holiday and, like, you know, oh, it's late. And I'm like, I'm tired. I'm in pain. I just want to go to bed. And they're like, no, you've got to eat. You've got to have tea. I'm like, I can't eat. My teeth hurt. Like, you have to eat. So, I'm sorry. I don't know how to process this. I'm a child.
Yeah, just let me off.
I swallowed half a pound of metal this morning.
Nearly died.
I don't need anything.
They gave you a stick of wax.
Oh,
Like
alright.
clear paraffin gel, like wax, literally.
Fuck.
Because you
this sounds like it was done in the 50s.
It really does.
and you'd like you
Victorian
could break off bits of the wax and stick them on this like jagged metal block.
Oh, God.
So
Why?
like because your gums are being cut to shit.
Oh my
Your mouth is just full of knives.
That feels like a very old technology.
In many ways, you describing it now makes me realise that actually the Invisalign thing is
It's
it's a lot better.
It's a lot better. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think you're onto something here.
Yeah, just your mouth full of sharp razor blades.
Yeah. You see, this won't be necessary because I take really good care of my gums. By the way, is there more beer in that bag?
Yes.
Yeah, I give me it.
Oh, give me here.
As long as you smear some of it on your gums.
Yeah.
Goes in faster that way.
Didn't you once, Chris Ray, go to a dentist and they said you had clubber's
They
gum?
did. They said exactly that to me.
What's
yeah.
that?
I think it was just you can tell you've been drinking a lot of beer, basically.
Oh, clubber like
Cider.
Clubbers, as in the going to a nightclub.
Oh, I see.
Well, it was cider.
Cider, yeah.
Do you
or
recall?
alcohol
Why do I know
pops.
your medical history better than you know
Oh,
mine?
I don't remember any
yeah.
of this. Were you there?
I was unconscious.
I think because you were a big cider drinker.
Thank you.
And what is cider?
Huh?
What is cider?
Sugar.
Kigs,
Apple.
sugary, very acidic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple.
And I don't drink cider anymore. Not really for that reason. Apple. And
I didn't know what
I used to
John
go on
wanted.
VKs and
Oh, I remember VKs.
all that shit.
vodka kick shit.
Yeah, you drank some right shit.
yeah, I really did. I get told off every time I go now. They're like, you need the hygienist, you need to have an electric toothbrush, you need to have those things in between your gums,
Oh, the TPs.
the little ones, which I do that.
Oh,
now,
sure,
so
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
In
part of
case
why
the dentist is listening.
part of why I'm doing this is because the TPs don't fit between my teeth.
Oh, wow.
So I'm doing this so that it will.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I guess my question to you, Nick, is:
Hello, John.
will you still want to associate with us when you're gorgeous?
hands
Well,
on
I'll have the babes.
Yeah,
I'll have
yeah.
the jet.
There's going to be
Oh, yeah.
so many babes.
So I'll have the coins that you mentioned.
Yeah.
And the dick will be.
And the dick. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
Well, I don't
yeah.
think it can get much bigger.
Babes,
'cause I'll-
coins, jet, dick. That's
Yes,
the big
the
four.
big four, yeah.
That's the big four.
So no, I probably won't want to associate with you anymore. No, but you might want to associate with me.
Indeed,
Yeah.
Yeah. So bear that in mind.
Bear that in mind.
Yeah.
It's good to know. Well, very happy for you.
I mean, overall, it's a net positive, I think.
Yeah.
But I want to moan, so I'm gonna. That's what this podcast's about.
Yeah. Shall I do it?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Why
go
not?
on then.
Yeah, I'll bring up a rear.
Well, I'm going to do something kind of Christmas themed.
Oh my.
Because
Oh, mine was Christmas themed.
yeah.
Oh no, actually, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Thinking about it at all, was it? No. Go
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
I don't like it when you get a gift, or I hate it actually, because that's the format.
that is the format.
When you get a gift that requires you to spend extra money to make the use of that
Oh.
gift.
Oh, you had one of these, John, didn't you, with your beer thing? And you have to buy kit to make the beer thing work.
That's mental. It's like we've a couple of times we've had gifts from people, which is like, oh, go for a meal. So the best example I've got,
mental.
it is mental. Liz's family, and I brought this up to Liz earlier, so I said I was going to mention it.
I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to.
I know I said I
I'm
was
gonna
going to mention it.
yeah.
We were given an overnight stay and a meal at a Marco Pierre White, whatever you
That's
know,
charming.
I
building
don't know what
hotel.
that is.
He's a famous British.
he's a
TV
cookman.
chef.
Oh, he's a cookman.
He's a cookman.
Big cookman.
He's a cookman. Yeah. So we went, and it was fucking middle of Shropshire or somewhere.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
I can't remember. And it was an old Victorian house, and it was themed.
was it
for its-
haunted
It might as well have been.
Yeah.
by flavour?
Yeah. Not even.
3 stars.
But it was. They were all dressed in Victorian garb.
Fuck, it was ghosts.
All the waiters and that. We walked into the room. There's
It's condensed.
an antique rocking horse at the end of the bed. For
Jesus.
starters. There's no TV. There's like a tin bath. All the weird Victorian shit. You go downstairs and every single meal option that's included in your voucher that comes with a surcharge. Every
What?
single one was just like, if you want chips, that's an extra 15 quid. If you want that, and the meal was a slab of meat, 1 slab of meat. If you want salad, another £5.
That's
If you want a drink, 6 quid.
unbelievable.
So you have to spend money to
Bloody
actually
hell.
have a meal.
Turn
there.
it into a real meal.
We nearly went for a takeaway. We were like, should we just go and get a takeaway?
I'd be
Because this
so
is mad.
annoyed. Yeah.
We went to a different pub in the end because it was just like, we're going to spend like £100 here on a voucher we've been given as a gift.
You're going to end up spending more.
Yeah. than this is worth for us.
That's
Plus the travel to get there.
That's outlandish.
That's mad, though, isn't it?
obscene.
Where you're given a voucher and you would think, right, okay, well, we'll go because someone's very kindly bought that for us. But then you get there and it's just like, oh, yeah, shit, we've got to spend loads of money here to actually make this worth our while.
That is so bad.
Good God.
Mad. It was totally insane that night. It was the weirdest place I've ever stayed. Beyond the actual surcharge.
Was
of
the
everything.
staying in the room, was that included in the voucher?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'd rather not have been in that room.
If you had
Yeah.
tried aggressively to like, we're not going to spend anything else. We're like.
Was it possible? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what would you have been left with?
Oh, like a slab of meat.
So you'd have a piece of meat
Like a piece of chicken.
and no drink
No drink.
and no dessert.
No, oh no, God no.
So how much, if you don't mind me asking, how much was the food part of the voucher? Or would that have been
Oh, I don't know what they spent. Enough.
Fuck.
Enough. And we went to their house the day after, and I remember, well, it's Liz's parents. I might as well just say Liz's parents, and we just went, yeah, sorry, it wasn't very good. Sorry about that. We could have lied, but it was so bad and weird.
Yeah.
and just
That is-
odd.
That is so
And
bad.
the fact they know you've got that as a voucher and then just whack a load of extra prices on is so strange. And we had another one during lockdown where someone bought us a £50 voucher for a really expensive restaurant.
Yeah.
We were like, well, that's very nice,
For £50,
but that's not going to get me a meal. In
that
this
gets
restaurant.
you through the door.
So in the end, because it was lockdown, they were doing these packs that you could like cook at home.
Yeah.
So the voucher actually went on that. But there's no chance we could normally have gone there and had a meal for that value of a voucher. And it's like, I'd rather you just
You've gotta
bought me
think about
nothing.
that.
I'd
You've
rather
gotta
you bought me
think about
nothing because now I'm having to spend money to make use of the thing you've bought me.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
give me £50.
Yeah. I'd be
Go
better
give me
off with that.
give me nothing and I'll be better off.
Do you like? Because you're describing a very specific example of someone saying like, here's a gift, like a voucher.
Yeah.
You can go to a place, have an experience,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
X. I guess your hate kind of extends to someone getting you a present, which would get you into a really expensive hobby,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Exactly
like,
that. Just anything that requires
Yeah.
me to spend additional money because that's not a gift. A gift is something I can enjoy in of itself. It's an object or it's a concept or it's a trip or something that someone has paid for me to do because that's the gift.
Yeah.
It's not, here's half of a gift, now you got to go buy the rest. That's not what a gift should be.
No.
And they
It's a funny thing.
It's not the person who's bought it's fault, by the way. It's more that they place that you bought it off.
Oh,
is taking
sure,
the
yeah,
piss.
Yeah.
Of
There
their
could
good
be-
nature.
There could be a reasoning, and I'm not sure I subscribe to this, but I'm just playing devil's advocate. There could be a reasoning that is X restaurant is so expensive that by paying for half of it, you may now be able to eat or go to a place that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to go to.
I just wouldn't go.
But I do think like it's not really a gift if you haven't given all of it.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it'd be like someone buying me a book
Yeah.
that I really wanted, but ripping
Rip
it
the
in
pages
half.
out. And then you've got to pay me for the rest of
For
it.
the rest of it,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll go back to Waterstones for the other half.
Yeah.
Would it be
the,
like-
the end of the book will be 20 quid.
And then the argument would be, you got off the book? So why are you being so fucking...
Yeah, you got half the book.
Yeah,
You
well,
enjoyed half of it.
You dick?
Yeah. Cliffhanger.
I'm trying to think.
Cliffhanger, innit?
I'm trying to think of an example of like what would be getting a gift, which is like actually a terrible burden because it'd be like getting you
Like
we've
an
bought
animal.
We've bought you a canoe,
Yeah.
and now it's like,
Or a budgie.
oh yeah.
I bought you a budgie. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What-
What do I want with that?
What can you do like with it if you don't want
I'm
it?
now stuck with a budgie.
Yeah. At least ask
So
me
I've
if I
got,
want
to
a budgie.
I've got to feed and clean and
House.
pluck and cook
Plug?
and eat
Oh, yeah,
at the
true,
end,
you gotta
you
eat
know,
it, yeah.
all of that.
Probably not a lot of meat on a budgie.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
That'd be like one chicken nugget or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or goujon.
A lovely,
Maybe that.
a lovely budgie goujon.
Budgie goujon?
Oh,
Budgie goujon.
a lovely budgie goujon.
Yeah, there wouldn't be much meat on a budgie, would there?
Yeah. We they don't listen to the pod. I can probably mention it, but we received an air fryer from some close family members.
Oh yeah.
And we've still not
I've not.
used
Does it even come out of the box?
I've used an air fryer once. Christmas Day last year, Liz's mum brought her air fryer around for us to do the veg in or something.
How was it?
Shit.
Really?
Really bad. She asked me, she's like, you didn't get on with the air fryer then? I think with a preamble of, we would have bought you an air fryer if you'd have liked it. I was like, I'll be honest with you, no, I didn't like it.
Oh, so they were doing market. She was doing market research.
Yeah, I think that's
on it.
exactly what they were
Working
doing.
for the
Yeah,
air
with
fryer.
my birthday's early March, so I think that's exactly what they were doing.
I think the issue is like, I guess an air fryer is kind of like, it's a worse cooker but it sits
It's
on your
faster.
kitchen counter. So
But I already have a cooker.
suppose.
I already have a cooker.
Yeah. I guess that's
It would
my
make
thing.
sense if I lived in a flat and I didn't have an oven,
Yeah, I guess.
or
But
I
also,
lived in a tent or
but also
something.
kind of like, I mean, how big is the average kitchen? I don't have
I know.
space. I
Don't have
can't
space to have that
Well, no,
I-
also that, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do this.
I have a slow cooker, a cooker. I don't need an air fryer.
Yeah.
Don't need it. Won't have it.
I do find it interesting that apparently there are now, for a while everyone was like, air cookers are the future. You got to get an air cooker.
Oh, yeah.
Buy my book, Cooking with Air Cookers.
But it's not.
Cooking with air.
But now there's like a lot of people saying like air cookers are like woefully
Yeah.
energy inefficient.
Really?
And, like, yeah,
What a shock.
Yeah, like your bills will be through the roof if you're
Yeah.
running an air cooker, and
Shocker.
it's like,
What a massive. That's another thing. Like,
Yeah.
if you're getting given an air fryer and it's going to cost you loads of electric, it's like, just stick with what you got.
Yeah, probably.
Don't get me anything that's going to cost me money in
there
the
you
long
go.
term.
That's another example of it.
Don't give me anything that's going to just do that, because that's not good for me.
What would be the most expensive hobby you could imagine? Like, I don't know, gold burning.
Yeah, probably gold burning or diamond hammering.
Yeah, like
smashing diamonds to bits.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, it'd be like someone buying you, I don't know, like a gun and a 6-month free trial of shot putting.
Yeah.
It's like, we thought you might like shot putting.
Yeah.
It's like,
But you've got to subscribe to all of them
Yeah.
to actually master shot putting.
Yeah.
yeah.
But the magazine says it runs for 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's like you bought me a 6-month subscription. That's not enough, is it?
I remember my gran for Christmas, used to buy me the issue ones of those magazines.
Yeah.
Where you build something.
Yeah, I know.
And of course, the first one would be quite big.
glow in the dark dinosaur skeleton.
For example.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yes!
Oh,
Glow in the
yes.
dark dinosaur skeleton.
And the first episode would be like the skull of the T-Rex or whatever.
Yeah.
And then episode 2 would be one rib.
Yeah. But then it also it's like $2.95 the first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the second one's
It's like
like
$9.99.
right, well, it's like 25 quid. Yeah.
But
You
she
get-
always
you get
buy issue 1.
you get the good bit in issue 1.
And it's like, okay, I've got a T-Rex skull now, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's completely useless to me
Yeah.
unless I get every other issue.
Also, I mean, the glow in the dark dinosaur skeleton is like a touchstone memory for a bunch of people who grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Did that magazine
Oh, yeah, I have
ever
that.
complete print?
I know. Good question.
They may have just given up around the 8th rib.
So what
because-
my understanding is, because I think I did do one to completion, and it was only something like 25 issues or something.
Really?
And I think it was a dinosaur skeleton.
Wow, fair
it
play.
I don't think it was
cost
the glow in the dark.
£5,000.
I probably ended up spending. Well, I didn't spend it because I was a kid, but like my parents probably ended up
Yeah.
spending. It was 10 quid an issue, and there were 25 issues. So what's that? 250 quid.
For that? For what? For
For a
that?
shitty plastic
Yeah,
dinosaur.
which
That
is
you
like
could
about
get
the
for
size of a house
a
cat.
pound now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
But
like
then
the old
issue 26 started a new dinosaur.
started a new dinosaur.
Yeah.
'Cause
And that's when we dropped off.
Because I'm thinking of I remember, I don't know if it was the glow in the dark dinosaur skeleton or a glow in the dark dinosaur skeleton, but I know that once you completed the skeleton, you could start collecting the skin,
Oh, that's right. They did that.
which would cover up the bones.
It was the muscles first, and then it was the
bones.
skin
Oh, yeah.
that clipped on over
I do
that.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's a grift.
That is a grift.
But it's like someone buying you the first 20 issues of that and then going, right, now you can do it yourself.
Yeah, onto you. I guess the interesting thing for that is, you said like 25 months. That's like 2 years.
It was weeks, I think.
Was it weeks?
Or maybe it was fortnights.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah.
Either way, it's a big chunk
It
of
is a
your
long
young
time.
life.
Yeah. My young, beautiful life.
Kids don't have that patience now. It's just like, just get it for me. Just buy it.
Yeah, I just want
buy
the thing.
it. Just, I want it.
finished
I
thing.
want it now.
Why should I have to build it myself?
Buy it for me. I remember we subscribed to the Animals of Farthing Wood magazine
Did you?
as kids, but we were told in advance. She was like, my mum said, we will go up to issue 40 or whatever it was, and then we will stop.
Oh, okay.
And that was the condition on which we
Just picked an arbitrary number.
whatever. And we were like, oh yeah.
I don't care if they've made
Yeah,
it to
yeah, yeah.
Farthing Wood or not.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fine, no problem.
What
And
was
of
it?
course, when we got to issue 40, we were like, can we carry on?
Can we please carry
But
on?
mother,
Fucking
It's really
kids.
good.
Just go, I want. And they said, and my mum said, no, that was the deal.
But it's a
and it taught me a
compelling
valuable
narrative.
lesson.
Did it?
And I don't really know what it was.
No.
But it did teach me something. And I
Yeah.
remember it, obviously.
But
So-
mother, there's a cliffhanger at the
But
end.
mother, will Whistler survive the I don't know. The...
Whistler's been shot in his other wing.
Yes.
And now he whistles twice as loud.
Now he's called Hooter instead.
now he's called dinner.
That's a joke.
There you go.
That's
a
good.
joke.
That was good,
That's
wasn't it?
That's like a real joke from
But
a real comedy show.
that was almost the reverse, which is we're going to do it to this point, like it or lump it, and I liked it, Then I'd like to know.
I'm actually kind of amazed that magazine made it to issue 40.
Whatever it was, it might not have been that.
I'm just saying, but how many rabbit-themed word searches can you put together?
Yeah.
So true.
You know, issue 1, I'm full of vim, vigor, optimism.
Yeah.
What we got? I don't know. Page 2, Badger's treasure hunt. Brilliant, great, love
gold.
it. Can you do a crossword? I can do a crossword. Can you do a word search? Totally do a word search.
Yeah, can you just
spot the difference? Oh, unreal. Hedgehog spot the difference. Issue 2.
One of them's flat.
Guys, great. Reviews have come in. Issue 1, absolute blinder. Loved
What do we
it.
do next?
They loved that Fox pencil topper. Issue 2.
Yeah.
Got a
What have
couple
we
of.
got?
What do we got to come in?
Ooh.
Oh, well.
We can do something about the rats. I guess.
Count the whiskers on the rats.
I guess I could do a different kind of spot the difference.
Yeah. You add the difference.
And there'll be
But you add your own
there'll be
differences.
plenty more spot the difference in the next issue.
Spot the difference, the magazine.
Yeah, I've
The Beano's still going. How many? You know.
Is
it?
it? Beano is, the dandy
dandy's long
isn't.
gone.
Yeah, fuck the dandy.
The dandy had a Viking funeral.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck
And
the
they-
dandy.
they-
I got the dandy annual. I
never
didn't
liked
want the comic.
I never liked the dandy as a kid.
No, it was funny that.
No, I didn't like Desperate Dan. I didn't care for him.
No, he's a big. How would you
I
describe?
don't remember any other characters from the dandy.
2 questions, because I'm aware that we are an international podcast. How would you?
In what way?
What do you mean?
Big dreams. How would you describe A, the dandy, and B, Desperate Dan to anyone who isn't British?
Oh. So the dandy, and by extension the Beano, were weekly comics magazines. Magazines might be a stretch. A4, I think, roughly in
Newspaper
format.
material.
Printed
Newspaper,
on
newsprint.
toilet, basically toilet
Yeah.
paper.
Tissue
Each page
paper.
would basically be black and white and a colour. So black and white and blue, black and white and red, black and white and yellow.
Yes.
With recurring characters that had single page, or in some cases 2 or 3 page comic strips. Little silly stories.
Funnies.
But most of the time, very dated. Even new ones being made in the present
Yes.
had a sort of 1940s schoolboy in Britain vibe.
Yeah, because they originated in like
Exactly,
the
and they hadn't
pre-war
really updated either the character
period,
designs or
yeah.
really the story. So Dennis the Menace, for example, and I know Americans have their own Dennis the Menace, and that's apparently a crazy coincidence.
yeah.
But our Dennis the Menace was a black, spiky-haired kid with a red and black stripy jumper, and he had a catapult, a slingshotty catapult thing, and it was like a Y-shaped piece of wood, and he would pull back and fire peas at softies and stuff. And it was like, no kid at my age when I was a kid had a fucking catapult.
No.
Do you know what I mean? That wasn't a
Yeah.
thing we had.
Yeah, or like I think I think there was a kid who turned up to secondary school with a catapult.
Brilliant.
And we were lucky the assault team, like fucking like SWAT didn't turn up to take him down. It was like, that's a weapon, son.
that's
That could kill.
Yeah.
And there'd be characters in it called Pie Face and Curly and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
it's
everyone
like,
had rickets.
Yeah, and
needed,
had steaming pies that were cooling on
needed
shelves.
more vitamin D and stuff like that.
So that was the Beano and the Dandy.
Yeah.
Desperate Dan. Who wants to field that one?
I mean, he was a big chinned man.
He was a cowboy.
Cowboy
He
chinned
was
man.
cowboy coded, but it was a
lived
British
in
comic.
Yeah, he lived in like Stockport or something, and he was a cowboy.
He liked cow pies.
And he ate cow pie, which
he
was
was
a
like
big
the-
pie that had horns coming out of it.
Yeah.
and he was like the manliest man in the world.
Yeah.
I think the gimmick was he was very strong.
And every joke was about like, "Oh, Desperate Dan, you better have a shave." And he goes, "Oh, I'll try and shave." Gosh, my
Oh, yeah,
chin
and
is
it-
too strong for a
yeah.
razor.
Yeah,
I guess I'll have to
shit.
use a
sword.
fucking propeller on a plane.
Oh, that's
to
right.
Cut,
Yeah,
to cut
yeah.
my face or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
It was the jokes were always about how tough his body was.
Cut my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of Popeye adjacent, I guess.
Oh
Sort of,
God,
kinda.
I'm having a visceral memory. Literally, I've forgotten where I keep the insulin to remember this. Desperate Dan didn't cut his toenails once. This was and
I don't like this.
and because it'd been a really warm summer, so he'd been walking around without his boots on, and his toenails had gotten really long.
This is coming back to me now.
And then he went to put his boots back on, and because he's basically just
They went through his
superhuman,
boots.
they went through his boots.
Pierced through his boots.
And then the whole town, because there was nothing else going on, was
Got
like
a chainsaw.
it was like, yeah, but get a chainsaw,
Yeah.
get a blowtorch.
Everyone's trying to cut his toenail.
Nothing's gonna work. And what does he do?
Guillotine.
No, God,
Right, so
oh,
'cause he
that
has
wouldn't
strong
work.
teeth.
What's the only thing strong enough to destroy Desperate Dan's
his own
body?
teeth. Yeah. I've seen.
Really?
Well, we've read the same
Oh, we
comic.
must have read.
He had
the
to
same
chewed on his
thing,
own
He had to
feet.
bite his toenails off.
I hate that.
And then once he'd bitten his toenails off,
Yeah.
he went down to the local blacksmith and he commandeered the smithery, the forge,
If you will.
And the blacksmith fainted because it was too hot, but Desperate Dan took it because he's a man. And he's melting his toenails in a blacksmithing Stockport.
He melted them down.
This is for kids.
Oh, yeah.
And
What did he make with
He
them?
melted them down, and he made drill bits.
Yeah.
And then the final panel was him selling Desperate Dan drill bits, which were harder than diamonds because they were made of his toenails, which would be
his teeth could break through.
Yeah, because he's Desperate Dan.
Because he's Desperate Dan.
And
he'd used Invisalign to.
Yeah. Why are we talking about Dandy?
I don't know how we got there.
We were talking about subscriptions to things, I think.
I can't remember.
But you said the Beano's still going.
Yeah.
Or maybe you said it.
No, I felt you said that. Yeah.
Who knows?
Why were we talking about this?
I think we were onto subscriptions of magazines from things.
And how that's kind of like a burden as well. When you do that.
So anyway, if you're going to buy me something, anyone listening to this, if you want to buy me something, make sure you buy me the whole thing, forever.
We should get a PO box.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So that our listeners can send us gifts.
Or we should go to the thing where we go to the Weatherspoons and then people send us drinks.
Yeah, we should do that.
Oh, yeah, but we would have to we would have to give our business to a Weatherspoons.
Yeah, that's not great, but also...
Well, there's other pubs you can do it at.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
Cool,
all the pubs have got apps now.
Yeah.
We could record an episode.
You do it at Green King.
From a pub.
Yes, indeed.
And then when people send us drinks, we have to drink them.
Yeah.
And then we'll see how the quality of the episode
The one rule is we have to drink them.
Okay, well, it can't be worse than the average crap we put out, so...
No.
Well, exactly.
It's all good. I've got to hate.
Go on, then.
I think I hate true crime.
Oh!
There's a lot of it.
Yeah,
a lot
because
of
now, I say this as someone who has been guilty of enjoying it over years. You know, it's like, you think, I'm going to settle into a real grotty documentary. I'm going to enjoy learning about, some poor woman. It's always a poor woman who was murdered. But I've noticed a thing. I really don't listen to it anymore, podcasts or watch whatever. Frankly, I don't consume much of anything in terms of podcasts these days. Podcasts are inherently awful. You have to be a monster to make them.
Yeah,
really. Exhausting.
But I saw something the other day, and it was about like solving like an unsolved murder. And I love how they always start and they go like, this show is dedicated to the families of the victims.
Yeah.
And
now we're going to capitalise on it.
We all pray for justice and a solemn resolution to this terrible chapter. Thank you for listening. Hello, you're listening to the Blood Squad. It's like they can't help themselves. It's like, this is a very solemn and respectful website.
It's what they would have wanted.
Dedicated to investigating and finally uncovering the truth behind the bombshell murders. And then it's like, welcome. And they've picked a font which looks like it's bleeding. Oh my God. It's the tonal whiplash of going like, we have to say we're doing this respectfully though.
Yeah.
But also kind of like,
because they have to. They've got no interest in doing it, but they know they have to, otherwise they'll just get shut down. Yeah. And rightly so.
And also, like, as we have discovered, you've got to keep churning out episodes.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to keep churning out episodes. It's like, episode 1, we're all having a jolly.
Yeah.
Episode 74, though, it's like, what's
a sponsor now?
Need a murder.
Yeah, need a murder.
God, I hope someone's been murdered.
God. Yeah. It does seem very... what's the word, like vampiric or it's like whether or not that might make a great story, and they often are like with complex mysterious stories or whatever. Somebody did fucking die.
Yeah, someone really did die.
There's an absence of empathy.
It's easy to forget that it's not just a story, because we also have fictions. We have murder mysteries like Agatha Christie's or whatever. Those are fictions, and it's like we confuse them for the same thing.
I don't want to get on my high horse too much, because it's like, the first time you start listening to some of these, I mean, like, something like Serial was like the first big podcast about like true crime, and you just get sucked in, because it's good listening. But now there's such an industry around it.
Oh yeah,
it's not even that there's like
Netflix got on it, and all
Big
the stuff that's come out of Netflix.
Well, there's now
lots of different things.
There's now media about true crime. There's there was a series or a movie, and the plot is literally like hosts of a true crime podcast go to a small town to get to the bottom of it, but then sinister stuff starts happening.
Yes.
And there was that the one you like,
Only Murders in the
Building.
Which is about them making a podcast about a murder in their building.
Yeah,
that's a good show.
Yeah, I've heard that's good.
Because the thing is, like, if someone was like, say someone was terribly murdered tonight in our hometown in Cooltown,
yeah.
USA. Like,
USA.
you got to.
We're international.
Yeah, that's for dazzle camouflage.
They have the dandy here.
The dando.
The dando, yeah, and the beanie.
But it's like the moment there's a murder, probably like the
there's sleuths
military industrial complex of
yeah. There's one documentary on Netflix which is about a girl who died at a hotel, and in the end it turned out she had a mental illness and she accidentally drowned herself in like a septic tank or something mad.
Yes, yeah.
But there were all these internet sleuths like saying, "Oh, I bet this happened and this guy was behind it and this that," and it was all these people trying to work out when they knew nothing.
Yeah,
like fuck all about it. And it's just like, what are you doing?
I can't remember the name of the people involved, but there was a big one in the UK like last year, wasn't there?
Nicola Bulley was the woman's name who died, and it turned out she did just sadly drown in a river.
Yeah, fell into a river.
But people were just coming up with all sorts of
crazy
crazy stuff.
And like,
it's like I don't know why. I don't know. It's wanting to be important.
But it was like a whole army of TikTok sleuths.
Yeah. They all turned up. They all turned up.
Yeah.
Filming. Yeah. Mad. Totally mad.
I guess we're all drawn to it, like this story of someone having lost their life. But it's like, have some fucking.
I know. It just seems so grotty now, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just.
It's wanting to be first and it's wanting to be seen, which is the same as everything else.
Yeah.
Which is that, I want to be famous for solving something, so I matter.
It does seem like quite an innate human need.
But guess what? You fucking won't.
But there's a convenience.
If you turn up with your mobile phone and put it on TikTok, you're nowhere near answering anything.
Yeah.
There's a convenience where it's inherently quite lazy as well. Because everyone knows that a good story sells. That's literally one of the biggest selling things as a human race that we sell is stories. But also stories take a lot of work to make.
Yeah.
But if you can capitalize on a story that's just literally either happening in real time in front of you or has already happened in full and is incredible enough that you don't really have to write a word, you just have to fucking talk about it, then of course you're going to be on the hunt for the next fucking one, because it's like, it's a story of convenience. It's a way to have compelling media without having to do a jot of work.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think
it has got a bit far, and I think at the start it was interesting, and I watched a lot of those documentaries.
Yeah, oh no, me
Netflix.
too.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
But I don't now really, and it's just like it's a bit heavy now because they've got to try and beat the last one.
Yeah,
and
so
it gets increasingly outlandish.
Because there are like
race.
there's good documentaries, there are bad documentaries, there's good podcasts, there are bad podcasts. I mean, you're listening to one of them right now.
Yeah, big time.
But I noticed there did seem to be a bit of a shift where I think particularly like, if you're filmmaking or, trying to do a documentary, certainly, I think like you as the person making the show, you have to disappear. It's not about you. You're trying to capture a thing. And suddenly it became a lot about, I'm here.
And here I am. I'm filming myself in this location.
I'm Bobby Shangles.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm back from the dead. Yeah, and I'm real.
Yeah.
And I'm investigating this murder.
I'm a reformed, no longer dead criminal.
Yeah. The so-called DJ killings are shaking the town.
Yeah.
Everyone found with a vinyl inside their mouth.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
It's fine. Yeah.
Ask no questions, get no answers.
And I guess and the funny thing is, say like there's a famous, I don't know, say there were like a famous murder. I'm just going to say like, I don't know, like the Longtown Axe murders.
Ooh,
and you just go like, oh, that's a real one. It's like, a mysterious drifter butchers a family with an axe. And it's great, an axe. And we're all dressed as Edwardian women. So it's very spooky.
I did stay there, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. And the problem is like, I don't know, like the first spooky, unexplained true crime murder podcasts. I don't know, maybe it's called like Murdercast.
Yeah.
They do it. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 1 of the Murdercast, and we're talking about the Longtown Axe murders. Ooh, that's chilling.
Ooh, yeah,
and then,
heard about that.
But then it's like
there was a twist in the tale.
But then there
was no axe on site at all.
Yeah, but then like a year later, there are 58 true crime podcasts.
Yes.
A new one begins that day.
The Blood Squad.
Hello, you're listening to the Blood Squad. Blood Squad with Stabby and the bitch. And it's like today we're talking about the Longtown Axe murders.
It's like, hang on.
Oh wait, I guess I've heard that before.
Maybe
they'll have a fun new take on it,
And sure enough, they don't.
It's like there's a pantheon
It's like they're all reading from the same Wikipedia page.
Yeah,
Which
well,
they
that's-
probably are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the Tuesday,
I did my
they
research.
found a scrap of paper.
What research did you do? I
Wikipedia.
opened this tab.
Went on Wikipedia. I've done
I
the same amount of
definitely opened the
research
tab.
you've probably already done before listening to this podcast because you're listening to this podcast. I'm not going
Yes.
to tell you anything new other than my opinion, which doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We do very little research for this podcast.
This is all entirely scripted.
Yes, true, actually.
Yeah,
Indeed.
We don't need to research it when the script's been handed to us just before we shoot.
exactly.
Indeed.
This is written down, and this, and this, and this.
John
And this.
pauses and prompts for loves. Don't read this bit. Oh shit!
Oh,
shit.
He's got a love.
I didn't see
didn't
that coming. No.
Oh, Nick and Chris both say that at the same time. I've got love.
Complicated dialect, that.
Miss Bix.
Miss bitch.
Miss Bix.
Miss
Yes,
bitch.
bitch.
Not bitch.
Oh.
Miss Bix. M-I-S.
Miss bitch.
B-I-X.
MISBIX.
Miss Bix.
Is it a cereal?
It's not a cereal.
Oh well, I'm
Is
out
it
of
a
ideas.
biscuit?
It's biscuit related.
Yes.
Miss
Crackers.
Bix?
Miss Bix. It is a bag of mixed biscuits.
There you go.
Right, but get this.
What?
Have you ever seen those like collections of broken biscuits in
Yeah,
bags?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now
That's
they're
sweet.
good, right? They're
That
good
is good.
because there'll be some classic biscuits in there, like fancy biscuits, but because they're broken, it'll get bundled up. But that's not Miss Bix, right? I thought Miss Bix. I saw this on the shelf of a supermarket.
Stop saying Miss.
Miss Bix. I bought it
Yeah.
thinking it was another one of those, kind of just a load of random. No, it's not. It's just Twix.
What?
It's just broken Twixes,
What?
and I fucking love Twixes. And Miss Bix, right?
So-
Get this.
Just
Right.
call it a Twix, you pricks.
Is a sack the size of a nose bag for a horse,
Of
Full-
broken.
full of broken Twixes for like £2.50.
Where? Where's it? Where?
What do we do? Can we get there now? Are we still open?
There's a place in Cooltown
Cooltown,
that
Cooltown.
sells bags of Miss Bix.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the place up road. It's called like the food supermarket or something.
Oh, Food Warehouse.
No, it's not Food Warehouse.
Different one.
No, it's called. It's near to that Greg's. That's up near where the fucking.
It's a great story.
There's no point in me telling you on the
Where's
podcast
the
where
Greg's?
it is. The Edinburgh Place, Coronation Square.
Oh right,
It's up
right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a place.
Those are real street names.
They actually are.
I know. I
And
do
it's,
know what
it's,
you
not,
mean.
it's called like the food market or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind
know,
of
I
like
know.
Yeah.
it's kind of like an Iceland but cheaper.
Yeah.
And on the shelves, not frozen, bags, Miss Bix, right? Incredible, just full of broken Twixes.
Are they actual Twixes
I
which have
think
been
they
broken?
are.
Are they off-brand Twixes
I've
which
had
a
an
man has
off-brand.
been paid to break?
Well, good point. I've had
Yeah, why are
off-brand
they
Twixes
broken?
before,
Yeah.
and you can tell when it's an off-brand Twix, right? The ratios are all off. The chocolate's not quite as good.
Yeah.
Because Twix is Mars, right? I want to say Mars.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah.
And I like a Twix to the point
like
that
a
I've
Twix.
had a good number of Twixes.
Yeah.
And I would like to think, and maybe we should do a taste test, but I would like to think that I can
Ooh.
tell a legit Twix.
I've not had a Twix in a very long time.
I like a Twix.
But also, I find it interesting that Miss Bix is written in the same font as Twix.
it's a weird name for something that's essentially a Twix.
They're kind of, I think they're kind of rebranding.
They've got the X bit though.
Mix.
They've got the X bit.
Yeah,
Mix.
Twix.
But
Mixed Twix.
it's like getting about 30 Twixes
Yeah,
for the price of like 2 Twixes.
that does sound good.
So presumably, and I do wonder about like off-cut kind of chocolate.
know.
Because you think what you're led to believe is that like this is all the stuff that on the conveyor belt someone sweeps off. and
Doesn't make it to quality control.
or it falls on the floor among like the hair
Gets
and like
swept into
toenail
the hair,
clippings, and they
Desperate Dad's drill bits. Drill bits.
they scoop them up,
They scoop them up.
and normally they put them in the furnace. But like, you
I
know,
have a theory.
Someone's like, oh,
Because I looked all over the packaging of Miss Bix.
yeah,
Miss Bix. And there was not a mention of Twix, and there was not a mention of Mars anywhere. Right? It's a completely different company. So
Well.
what I think happens is that the Twix factory scoops up all the broken Twixes
yeah, it sells it
and
to
sells them.
for animal feed.
Yeah, something. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to make a Twix, I guess.
Yeah.
Sells them to another company who
Interesting.
essentially is allowed to, by virtue of the license agreement that they have, sell them as kind of a new product.
Yeah.
But they also kind of want to sell them as broken Twixes because they know that they'll sell better if you know what they are. kind
Yeah.
of, as well. It doesn't say anywhere on the package that they're broken Twixes, which is why when I bought them, I didn't know what I was getting. I thought I was just getting broken biscuits.
This is kind of like the idiot in a hurry
Yes.
legal defense, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like they look and sound and smell like Twixes, but the branding is a little
Yeah.
Skew.
But actually, I do think they might actually be Twixes. And as a result, even if they're not, they're so good
Doesn't matter.
that you're getting the Twix effect, the Twix experience.
the Twix effect.
Yeah. For a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
Mispix, check it out.
I guess my question would be: say it we're all coming from the Twix factory, like it's a Twix
Where
product,
the platonic Twix is born.
and we're led to believe that these are the offcuts which fell on the floor. I'm actually wondering: do you think there's a division of a factory which their entire job is to
Make the Mispix.
and basically to take perfectly good Twixes, hammer them a bit,
Scuff them up.
put them in a sack, and then just go, we actually, due to a skewed economic model, make more money selling Mixpix than we do Twixes.
There's a lot of truth to this.
Could happen.
Because I remember hearing that the knockoff hula hoops that you see, like Tesco's hula hoops, which are called like corn hoops or whatever,
Hula hops.
Generic.
are also made by the guys that make hula hoops.
Interesting.
So what you do is you make your premium product,
Yeah.
and then you make 12 varieties of slightly shitter versions of your product. 'Cause
so
you're the only
those-
one with the machine that makes corn hoops, right?
Yeah.
And then you sell those white labeled to Asda, Waitrose,
Interesting, yeah.
whatever the hell. They relabel them.
You
rebag
clever bastards.
and then you sell hula hoops as the premium option, and you'll probably make more money off the white labeling. And I know that happens for a fact. So it stands to reason that Twix could do the same with Mispix. Maybe.
Interesting. Because
buy them.
it kind of suggests that like when your chocolate biscuit or chocolate bar breaks or goes wrong, it goes wrong in a charming, we'll still sell it kind of way. Not like, oh, there's a nail inside.
I like the idea that like in Mispix you'll find a whole one and it's like, oh, I know what's wrong with this one, and then you go, you
well, this is the
bite
thing.
into it and go, oh.
You do regularly find whole ones in Mispix.
Oh, I'd be scared.
I'd be worried about
But
that.
here's an interesting thing that I've noticed, right? When you open a Twix, and you haven't had a Twix in a while, so I'll have to tell you this for sure, but you might remember. If you open a Twix tomorrow, take it out, chocolate's very glossy.
Yeah.
Right?
It's got a shine.
But if you were to get that Twix and then batter it around in a bag with other Twixes, do you think it would still be glossy? No, it would not. It would have that dusty chocolate look to it.
Yeah.
Bit dented, bit dusty, not glossy.
So it's
anymore,
not
right?
perfect.
That's what all the Mispix look like. They look like battered.
It amazes me that people.
But they taste exactly the same.
It amazes me that people care about that. It's just like
I know.
just it all goes down the same
It's kind of annoying
pie hole.
because Mispix are in many ways better
Yeah.
than Twixes because they're cheaper. I get more of them and they taste exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well, there's that chocolate brand called Tony's.
Yeah, I love Tony's.
And I think for Christmas last year, so if anyone's listening and you want to surprise me, get it again.
For the P.O. box.
I got a Tony's surprise box.
Oh, I've seen these.
And they do, as a weird piss take of popular chocolate brands.
That's right.
They'll do a bar which tastes like a Twix. They did one that tasted like a Mars bar.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
brilliant. Yeah.
They're mimicking all the others, and they can't legally call it. This one tastes like a Twix,
But it does.
But the branding looks
Twix adjacent.
vaguely Twix-like, and it
yeah.
goes, "Ooh, check out our classic flavors."
Yeah.
And you eat it, and you go, "Yeah, it's a Twix,"
Oh my
but they
God.
can't call it a Twix or
No.
do anything like
Clever.
that.
Yeah.
Bastards. What a bunch of bastards.
Interesting.
Mispix. I'll get you some for Christmas, don't worry.
That'd be
I
sweet.
can't
I'd
eat
love
them.
Oh,
that.
shit, no, you can't. I'll
Yeah,
get you
I
some
know.
Mispix.
I'll have some.
I can watch you eat them, and you can describe the flavor.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what it's like.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got love?
Yeah, my love's the synopsis of the musical Wicked.
The synopsis of the musical Wicked.
I don't like this.
Well, you love it, apparently.
Well, yeah. But I've never actually seen the musical. There's a movie out.
I've seen the movie
Have you?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Wait, you've seen the? Wait,
Yeah.
When did you see the movie?
last weekend.
Was it good?
Fucking amazing. It's genuinely really good.
Here's the thing about Wicked, John.
Okay.
Well,
It's fucking wicked.
Liz likes musicals. She doesn't. She said she didn't like Wicked, but I don't know if I didn't know anything about it.
We saw
until
the stage show and we were
Yeah.
like,
the movies.
didn't really blow our mind.
Like the
movie,
movie.
fuck.
I didn't know anything about anything to do with Wicked about 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I thought it was just like a prequel, like how she became the witch.
Ah, no,
and
no,
it
no,
kind
no,
of
no.
is. It kind of is that.
Well, it sort of is, but it's also not.
But she's also. It turns out, right?
Right.
The Wicked Witch of the West is actually the good guy. Fucking hell!
That's why they call it
who
Wicked,
could have seen that coming?
I mean,
Unbel-
indeed.
Unbelievable. And then the second movie / act,
which will be the second half of the stage show.
runs parallel to the Wizard of Oz.
Correct.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
That they've retconned the Wizard of Oz in that way
Yeah.
and made the bad guy the protagonist
Kind of say
in such an imaginative
I'm
way.
I'm going to do something. This is very interesting. I do care. I'm going to do something very unconventional and sneak in an extra hate.
Go on.
I hate the fact that I bought a fresh pack of batteries for this episode,
Uh-oh.
and they have literally burned out in the entire duration of one show.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to press stop now and get the backup batteries so we can finish this episode.
Okay.
We're back. Anyway, something about Wicked.
Wicked. So
yeah.
the synopsis of Wicked, right?
You're going to describe it? You're going to give
No,
us the whole
it's just
synopsis,
that really.
yeah.
It runs parallel to The Wizard of Oz, and it turns out lots of things that you think you know about The Wizard of Oz are not the case.
Recontextualize.
Yeah, recontextualize.
What are your thoughts on The Wizard of Oz in general?
I mean, it's an interesting folk tale in the behind the scenes stuff. Actually, if you read a lot of behind the scenes stories about The Wizard of Oz, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like the lack of safety and the amount of people that died eventually because of the work they did in The Wizard of Oz.
I think the story is pretty lackluster overall of the classic standard Wizard of Oz story.
I'm sure in 1953 or whatever it came out, it was light years ahead of its time.
Maybe it was. But then
19
there were
lickety
other,
split.
there were other very compelling
Yeah.
fantasy and sci-fi stories written around the same time, which were far more
It's got a gimmick.
expansive in scope.
It's got a gimmick, which is the Yellow Brick Road and all that kind of thing. And There's No Place Like Home, which is probably what captured the imagination.
Yeah.
And the fact
And the special effects.
it went from sepia to colour and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
People probably enjoyed that side of things.
Interesting.
But yeah, all this behind the scenes stuff is fascinating. It's like they've all got painted on with actual lead paint.
I know, it's disgusting.
All the people, the snow was asbestos. Yeah,
Sorry, I mean it's terrible.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
terrible.
there's loads of stuff. It's very interesting, the behind the scenes stuff. But I'm interested to watch the musical movie, not so much the stage show.
So you
Having
you've
looked it up.
read the synopsis.
I've read the synopsis
You've listened
now.
to the soundtrack.
Correct.
You haven't seen the movie.
Correct.
Or
You
the
haven't
stage
seen
show.
the stage show.
Correct.
And Nicholas, you have seen the stage show and the musical.
Correct, and the movie. Yes.
Sorry, and the movie. Yes. yeah.
Correct, I have, yes.
Cool.
I'm what you might call a wicked super.
But yeah, Liz doesn't really care for the musical stage show, and she likes musicals a lot. And I've seen many musicals with her, so I was like, we never even talked about going to see Wicked because she didn't really like it. But we've said we'll probably go see the movie. I'm interested now. I'm in. The press tour was a fucking mess.
The press tour was hilarious.
They just cried in every interview.
It's very weird.
The two lead actors.
Yeah, I'm so this is like Les Mis all over again.
Those Les
I
Mis.
have seen the stage show of Wicked, and I cannot remember a single thing about it other than there was a
let me
green
tell you,
lady
John,
in
it's
it.
a reimagining of The Wizard of Oz.
Did you know
Yeah.
it was a real imagining of the Wizard of Oz?
I think it actually ate. It's like a black hole. It's eating information out of my brain. I don't even know.
There is a green lady in it. You're right about that.
Yeah,
The green lady
yeah.
is in it, yes.
I remember there was a green lady in it, and there was a very uncomfortable bit where they danced.
Oh.
There's quite a lot of that.
Yeah, and I wanted to
It
die.
happens a lot in musicals.
Yeah.
Happens a lot in the movie as well. It might not be for you.
This movie, no, it's fine. I mean, I think we can coexist. I don't have to see X. They don't have to, look at me.
They
It's
have to,
fine.
yeah.
Why have people been crying? What's happening?
They've
The press tour, the junket.
they believe they're in something more important than a remake of The Wizard of Oz.
Who believes
The
that?
actors
particularly the actress who plays Elphaba,
Yeah.
the green lady.
Elphaba.
is the green lady.
Yeah.
Elphaba.
Is she a Sesame Street character?
Sure, yeah.
No, it's I looked this up.
L. Frank Baum.
Yeah, it's the initials of the guy who wrote the original Wizard of Oz book.
LFB.
Oh.
Elphaba.
I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
It's what he would have wanted.
Yeah.
Solemn and respectful.
So the two of them, the two main characters are Elphaba and Glinda, pink and green,
Yeah.
and Glinda's played by Ariana Grande,
Mm-hmm.
and Elphaba's played by a woman called Cynthia Erivo, I believe.
Yes.
And they've been doing this press junket where they've just been bursting into tears. A lot
Every
because
interview,
seemingly
they're just crying.
everything's very emotionally overwhelming.
Everything's so charged.
And
with
then there was
emotion.
this one famous
the
interview.
holding space.
Yeah, where this interviewer said a lot of people are holding space.
I don't even know
with
that. I still don't really know what that means.
holding space with the lyrics to Defying Gravity, which is probably the most poignant song of the whole musical show.
It's about her defying the constraints of the wizard.
Yeah, now this is curious to me because I just want to put a pin in this because Nick, you brought up and referenced the song Defying Gravity, and I looked at you because I didn't know what you were talking about.
We had a very funny exchange where I said to you, I mentioned Defying Gravity, and you went, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I said, from Wicked, and you went, "What?" And I said, the most pivotal tentpole song in the entire show that ends Act 1, and the curtain comes down with an explosive moment where she takes off on stage and flies.
Yeah, it's probably strings.
Probably. Maybe. Could be ghosts. And then lights come up and you're left speechless.
Yeah.
And you went, what?
So in the show, does she fly into the roof?
She flies up off the stage and hangs in the middle of the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, although it probably is done with
Probably
cables or
wires.
whatever,
A lot of musicals do that kind of thing now, though.
Wires, yeah.
I did not know.
In Back to the Future, the DeLorean comes out. And
Well,
flies in
that
the
must be
middle.
on wires.
Crashes into the front
I'm
row.
pretty sure
It's
that's on
it's
wires,
incredible, yeah.
It could be on wires.
Now, and again, I'm not saying this. This isn't. I'm not being cute. This isn't a bit.
Oh, it's not working if you're trying.
I'm being quite genuine with you. I have seen the stage show. I cannot remember. gun to my head. I swear, I'm being honest. I cannot remember Defying Gravity. I cannot even remember there was a song called Defying Gravity. I cannot even remember the moment you are
point Liz
describing in
makes
the
about
plot.
Wicked.
Incredible. I wonder if you saw like a town hall version of it or
Yeah,
something.
you must have.
No, it was in London. It was at a theatre.
The point Liz keeps making
really?
about Wicked is the only memorable part of any song is Defying Gravity when they sing the lyric Defying Gravity. And that's probably true.
That's the only bit she remembers.
That's the only song that's memorable, she believes.
Oh, I'd say popular. As
Popular now, I think,
Yeah.
but I'd never heard that song until
it?
2 weeks ago. It's about making them popular.
Yeah, is that when they're dancing?
I don't know.
No, the dancing one is the one in the library. I think.
I don't know.
Which is called like Dancing Through Life or something like that. I can't remember.
Oh, that's the dude. Sings
yeah,
that
Fierro.
one.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm thinking of.
No, you're thinking of a different one.
Oh, well, they do dance a lot
Popular is when she says she's going to make her popular.
and give her a makeover.
I'm going to give you Green Lady's going to get a makeover and she's going to become popular.
Pink Lady's going to give Green Lady a makeover.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you see, I'm getting the cliff notes, but I'm still not.
They're not very good clip notes we're giving you here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to go see the movie, which I
was a
didn't. A month ago, if you said, "Are you going to go see Wicked?" I'd have said, "Fuck you, absolutely not."
Fuck you, fuck
And
off.
now I'm just like, yeah, I'll probably go see the movie.
I've seen a lot of people. This isn't necessary to try and convince you, John, to go see, because I honestly don't think there's a force on earth that can make you go see that film. And also, I don't think it's right to make you go. Because
Yeah.
No.
It's fine.
As much as I'm saying I had a great time,
Yeah.
I don't think you would.
No,
but anyway,
really, my heart is
closed off to
like
it.
like a lump of coal.
Like a
I'm
clam.
just joyless fuck over
But
it.
it has been remarkable. I've noticed the amount of people who have cynically gone, I don't give a shit about Wicked.
Yes.
I didn't think I was going to enjoy Wicked. I went with my girlfriend, and then they've come out and been like, holy fucking shit, that was amazing.
They've experienced the quickening.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. And I went into it expecting to enjoy it or hoping to enjoy
Interesting.
it.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fucking shit. That was
I've said this before, and I'll say it again on air. I think you might be a better person than me. Like, I think I might just be a bad person.
I don't know. I mean, you're entitled to not like some shit if you don't want to. Like, you don't have to go see. Like, I like it because I don't know, because it aligns with things that I like to some degree. I guess. Like, if it doesn't align with yours, that's fine. I think that's fine.
Makes you bad, but
Yeah.
If it does mean I get to be a better person than you, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'd like to be.
The
a better
twist
Yeah.
of this show is that John is actually the villain, and then we're the good guys.
It's taken a very long time. Yeah, it's a real, you know,
Yeah.
late
That's how.
show
That's how.
twist.
That's how.
Yeah.
We're.
Third
If
act.
Wicked's the other way around, is in the bad guy's the good guy.
Yeah.
You, the protagonist, are
This
actually
is
the villain
our
of
wicked
this.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you were the one who came up with this podcast. So
Yeah, but it's a bit of inversion though,
Well,
because
you're
I
the villain for me for that, if nothing else. I'd
But
have to come up to 170 of these fucking things.
Wait, hang on a minute. Does she melt when she touches water?
No. That's the
Spoilers.
twist.
Spoilers.
Wait, in the
I
skate
fuck-
show
I
I've
fucking
It's
seen.
been out for
people-
20 years, this show.
Yeah, that's true.
In
Yeah,
the
yeah.
skate show I've seen.
The
She-
stage show you've seen,
The,
she fakes her death.
they put the
Ah.
rumor out that she's allergic to water or it kills her or whatever. But she actually hides under
which
a
is
door.
actually quite a
It's a
clever
reference to the movie.
It's a better way to end the story than the classic Wizard of Oz,
is
which
that she
just
dies.
out of nowhere decides that she has this massive fundamental weakness that has played no part in the story up until
She goes,
that
"I'm
point.
melting. What a world!" In the Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
and you would imagine she is dead, and you did for about 80 years until
Sure.
the musical came out. And it turns out she was just hiding.
And what did she do after that?
She goes
She
away
goes-
with the Scarecrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fierro.
What?
Yeah.
The scarecrow.
the Scarecrow is actually her lover.
The whole thing is basically every part of what you knew about Wizard of Oz. Imagine it at the origin.
She
story of who
accidentally
those
created
people
both the
actually
Tin
are,
Man and the Scarecrow,
with spells.
But not the lion.
not the lion.
The lion is
she
something
saved
she
the
freed.
lion?
Yeah, she frees the lion earlier on.
And
in
then
that
they all
one.
band up to kill her.
No, they
No.
because they don't go to the wizard to kill the Wicked Witch.
They don't.
No, they go to get their
Heart,
brain,
courage.
heart, and courage, whatever it is back. That's what they go for.
Right.
Syphilis.
And Dorothy goes to go home.
Indeed.
They're not going to kill the witch. She just gets in their way.
Or
And isn't the whole thing
tries to.
she's playing up to the part in the end of being wicked? And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
shit.
So in many ways, the original
Interesting.
story
It's
of
clever,
Wizard of Oz
John.
doesn't
That's
make
clever,
any
isn't
sense.
it?
No, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
That's clever, I think.
So
I
Wicked
guess...
is trying to make sense of a plot that fundamentally kind of doesn't really make sense.
Right.
I would argue.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people swear by Wizard of Oz, like as it is, and I'm like, okay, it's got a lot of weird plot holes in it though.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. No, this is good.
I think it's interesting.
You're really clearing it up for me.
I think
yeah.
act 2 of
Doesn't
it.
feel like we are.
Act 2 more so than Act 1 seems interesting to me.
Does she
in
rap
that.
like in Hamilton?
Who, Dorothy?
No, I mean, I don't know the witch.
I don't know, the witch or something.
I don't know any of the songs except Defying Gravity and Now Popular and the one with the dude in the library.
Yeah,
There's
you're right,
no-
though.
Those are the only
rapping.
songs I know.
But it's that one scene where Dorothy like kicks open a door and absolutely skanks the fuck out of the stage.
Just the dirtiest skank you've
dirtiest,
ever seen.
grimiest skank,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was very of its time.
There's a little bit in it, you love this, there's a little bit in it where the wizard is deciding what colour bricks the road should be.
Oh,
So that could be red brick road, doesn't sound quite right. Blue brick road, I don't know about that.
that's like modern movies now. They'll be like
That's very Jeff Goldblum.
There'll be like an
He's
eight-
playing the wizard.
it'll be like an A24 movie, and it'll be like Dorothy. You know, it'll be
Yeah.
like, how did she get Toto?
Imagine Jeff Goldblum doing that. Just going, should the bricks be blue bricks or should they yellow bricks?
green.
That's got a nice ring. Yellow.
That's
brick
pretty.
road.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, like
There is a meme going around about Surf Dracula. The idea that if Hollywood made a movie called Surf, or if there was a prestige series called Surf Dracula, it would be 24 episodes about how Dracula got his surfboard, and the final 2 minutes of the final episode
That's-
would be him surfing.
That's
Yes.
what every Marvel show is.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Every
yes.
single Marvel show is
That
that.
is where we are in modern storytelling.
You could do one called Shoe, and
Yeah.
it's literally how she gets
That's
the
just true.
shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know how the shoes were made.
We know we learn how the shoes are made.
Oh fuck!
But in
Wicked,
Yes.
In
Wicked's
Wicked,
ruined
then-
everything. There's no pretend. I can't take this anymore.
Enhanced
sorry,
everything.
in Wicked they can't use the red shoes. That's right, isn't it? They have to use the grey ones.
What? There's
Diamond
extra shoes.
They change to red.
Oh, I see. Fine.
The spell that
Whatever.
makes Nessa able to walk is what makes the shoes go red.
Who's Nessa?
Nessa is the Wicked Witch of the East,
She's the one who gets
Also,
crushed
we're
at the start
told.
of the Wizard of Oz
Right.
but she's
by the
not.
house.
But she's not. Because
I'm-
it's propaganda to turn the Munchkins of Munchkinland against the Wicked Witch,
I'm
who isn't
reaching
wicked.
deep inside
Neither of
myself,
these
and
witches
I
are wicked.
cannot- I cannot find a reservoir.
Neither of the Wicked
empathy.
Witches are wicked, John.
Neither
that's
are wicked.
that's
and
the
they're
twist.
sisters.
They're
Yeah.
sisters.
And she's also green.
No.
She's
No.
just.
There's a distinct reason why Alpha's green.
Oh,
I read that as well. But I can't
it's her
remember.
dad,
The wizard.
Yes.
and he's green.
No.
No.
But he used some elixir or something
Yes.
that
To
made her
desperately try
green.
and create a magical person, he needed someone who could do actual magic.
But that made her green.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Side effects.
So she can do magic because her dad drank a load of green shit.
Made her mother drink a load of green shit.
Right.
And also, slept with her.
So all magic users in the world are green.
There's very few magic users in the world.
But there's a whole school for magic.
There's no, the school isn't for magic, but they
Oh.
have a sorcery class because they have one teacher who can teach magic, but it's disappearing from the world. So fewer and fewer students are able to master magic, and so she's kind of pointless as a teacher until Elphaba comes along, at which point she has an incredible student that she can use. But it all turns out to be a plot because she's in on it too. She's friends with the wizard, that teacher. And they're all desperately trying to get Elphaba to one particular place with her magical powers to do something specific for the wizard that he wants. It was all his grand master plan, and it all falls perfectly into place. But then Elphaba turns on them.
Yeah.
And so in order to try and pull her back and get her back to where she needs to be, they brand her the Wicked Witch of the West to turn the entire world against her,
Right.
to hopefully try and pull her back under their control.
And I've seen this.
Yeah, it's quite a complex plot.
You need to pay attention more.
It's
think.
kind of insane to me.
Isn't that
that you watched it and don't remember any of this.
Isn't that clever, John?
Nessa, red shoes, creation of the Tin Man, creation of the Scarecrow, defying gravity.
Do you remember anyone green flying out into the audience?
He remembers a green lady, but he doesn't remember her flying,
No.
which is remarkable.
I remember seeing the only scene I remember is there's a party. She turns up, does an awkward dance.
Oh,
It's
that
incredible-
dance!
It's very cringe, and I wanted to die.
That's the ballroom dance.
Right.
They have a silent dance.
Yeah. And then everyone else does it.
Everyone joins in on the dance.
Yeah, and it's
Fine,
yeah.
whatever. I don't think I'll like all of it, but I think I like the premise
Okay.
behind that.
Well,
Anyway, that was quite a long one.
That was great.
We don't
well,
spend that much time.
No, and I'm okay with being. I'm the bad guy here. I'm okay with that.
You're the wicked.
You're the wizard.
Wizard of the
Of the Oz.
Yeah.
You're the wizard.
The wizard. Shit of the crap. That's me. I've got a love, but I think it'll be a brief one because I mean, you guys spoke with such passion about this thing. I'll never engage with.
Yeah.
As
True.
a franchise. I like.
Done.
I like.
That you already have engaged with.
No, I don't.
Clearly, you didn't engage.
I think I would have formed memories about it if I had. I love ciphers and codes.
Oh, God.
Oh, like a true nerd.
I've been learning about and diving deep into the world of ciphers.
Oh.
I don't really have much to add about this. I feel
Good.
we've really just gone quite deep into Wicked. I don't,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Really,
I don't want to drag
We've
this
really
out any
changed the
longer than we
tone
have
now.
to. Yeah,
This awful experience.
yeah, but no, it's been kind of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, you showed me a code. You did.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
It was cool.
What
Yeah,
have,
it's
what have you coded?
Ah, well, I'll be telling.
What do you mean?
It's a secret for the future.
As in, literally, I don't want to talk about it on air because
right, okay,
it could enrich some people's lives.
Oh, who? Like who?
Probably not many people.
Oh, all right, fine.
Yeah.
Good. You'll tell me afterwards, though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, fine.
Yeah.
if you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be good.
I always like the idea of codes. Like I like them when I do like puzzle books and,
Yeah.
and choose your own adventure books when I was a kid.
You're really doing noble work here to try and make this love seem more interesting than it actually
We
is.
should have gone with Wicked at the end.
I'm
shouldn't
here for the
We
podcast.
probably really should have finished on Wicked. That
Yeah,
would
never
have
mind.
carried us.
I
Yeah.
can bail on this if you
Yeah.
want. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to. No, it's cool.
I was
Yeah.
doing it just for you. It's fine.
It's just been a good Christmas episode.
It's been very Christmassy. I think.
I feel so Christmassy now.
I wasn't when we went in, but now
But now,
this
less
explosion of Christmas energy.
You know when you open a present and it's like in no way even slightly what you hoped it would be, but it had the shape of what you thought it was gonna, like what you wanted.
Yeah,
Especially when
yeah.
it's a £50 voucher for a £75 item.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Like when I was a kid, I really wanted an N64.
Oh, sure.
And
yeah.
then there was this N64 shaped box under the tree, and I was so excited. And I opened it, and it was this weird robotic thing where you had to assemble a robot, and it was just in no way what I wanted at all. And I was really disappointed. That's kind of what this episode is.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time when, like, you know, it's Christmas Day and you rush downstairs and you see an N64 shaped box and you think it's an N64 and when you open it, it's actually just a slab of tallow.
Yeah.
Here's your tallow, boy.
Yeah.
Here's your tallow.
Stop making candles, Nick.
Okay, sorry, Dad.
Oh, sorry, Dad.
I'll do it, Dad. I'll do it. I'll do what you want.
So
Merry Christmas, I guess.
Yeah.
we'll see you next time for one of the movie
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
What do you
Captain.
We're going to go see the movie.
Captain Grinch. We've got to. What won?
Oh, I always forget about this part of the episode.
Yeah, I mean,
Who cares?
You know,
Yeah, format and
all that.
everything.
Yeah, what won, guys?
Well,
Is it love or hate?
I mean, Miss Biggs are fucking great.
They did sound pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and my love was pretty lackluster. I mean, Wicked was like drowned it out. So I think
Yeah.
overall, love is
The
letting
thing
us
is, you haven't
down.
even seen Wicked. You just read the synopsis of it.
I just like the
Your
synopsis.
love was the synopsis of Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do a true crime
I-
podcast about Wicked. Now.
I could turn up next time and either have hated it or enjoyed it, and I could just recycle
I'd like
that.
to hear from you.
Yeah.
I say hey.
I say hey.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Look after yourselves.